All right, lads and lasses, and good day, mates. Welcome to another episode of the Southern Hemisphere's #1 podcast for all things Newcastle United. It has been 75 long, long days without any proper football to talk about. Had a few friendlies, but nothing competitive. 75 bloody days, but we are finally back, baby! Woo!
Hey.
The Premier League. It is week 1. It is Newcastle at home against Nottingham Forest, newly promoted Nottingham Forest, and we have decided to do a watch along for this one because it is 3 o'clock kickoff in the UK. It is actually 11:30 here in the original upside down of Australia. So yeah, as per usual, whenever we do these things, we're all completely knackered. But we'll see how we do. We'll try and get through this thing without falling asleep halfway through. Before we get into the team news, let's have a quick hello from the lads joining me today. Starting off with Clammy Craig up there in Sweaty Cairns. How are you going, Craig?
I'm Ari, mate. Looking forward to this game and looking forward to the season ahead.
Aye, wait, let's see how it starts off, eh? Keegan, you've joined us late like a typical Aussie. Your bloody equipment's not working. So I've got no idea whether or not you're going to be able to say anything or even if we can hear it or not, but I'll take my chances. How are you going? Oh, I didn't believe it, man. Absolute knacker. Right, why do you sort yourselves out? We'll just crack on with the team news, you daft bugger. Bloody Australians, you cannot rely on them, man. They just rock up 2 minutes before the bloody stream starts, stuffing his face with kets and that. Can I hear a word he's saying? He's half asleep because he's been on the piss all day. Look at the state of him, man. Anyway. All right, so it is Newcastle at home against Nottingham Forest up in St James's Park. Our boy Dimmy is up there in Newcastle, having a good few beers around the town. Not at all jealous about that. Let's get the teams up so we can start yapping on about what to expect today. Craig, just shift that banner for a second, would you, mate? So we've got Nick Pope in goal. Kieran Trippier has taken the captain's armband. By the way, what's the deal with his nose? Have you seen it? Look at his nose. What's going on with that?
Strange, did I?
That's weird, Fabian Shaw is going to partner up with Dan Byrne in the middle. You got Matt Target down the left because we've got Neil Bugger left. Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Willock, and Joe Linton in the middle. So Willock has been chosen over Shelby, who got injured in the preseason. Miggy Almiron on the wing. He's probably been rewarded for a pretty tremendous preseason, especially for Miggy. 6 goals, I think it was. Alan Saint-Maximin on the left, and then, of course, Callum Wilson, our deadly striker, up top. And the subs are Dubravka, Botman, Lascelles, Richie Wood, Fraser, Murphy, Anderson, and Sean Longstaff. So let's start with this lineup, Craig. I think they're probably the most surprising admission was probably Botman. I kind of expected Botman with being this big, expensive signing. Yes, all right, he hasn't played any competitive games yet, but he's had a bit of a preseason. Kind of expected him to dive in there with Shaw in the middle, but Eddie Howe's gone for the partnership of Shaw and Dan Byrne. What do you make of that, and anything else stand out for you?
Well, Sean Byrne is tried and tested from last season. It's pretty much how we played the last good few games. But yeah, I'm surprised Botman didn't start. Like I say, he had pretty much a full preseason. I think he played all but 2 of the games. But yeah, he's been solid. A bit strange. I'd imagine we would see him at some point through the game. And the other admission as well, I'm very surprised Sean Longstaff isn't playing. He's had a cracking preseason. Well, probably better than Willock. Maybe they're just going to utilise Willock's pace a bit more than what Longstaff has in this game. But we'll see as the game goes on.
Oh, well, Longy's got no pace whatsoever, like, has he? Yeah, and Joe does have a bit of an attacking, forward attacking feather in his cap for the team. Longstaff kind of sits back a little bit, doesn't he? And kind of goes forward late usually. But he's good at spreading the ball around. So without Shelby to spread the balls around, are we expecting Bruno to sit deep a little bit and control the game from the defensive position? Keegan, I'm going to try and come to you and ask you that question, but God Almighty, you're hopeless, mate. Absolutely hopeless. Do you know sign language? Can you? Yeah, all right. I'll ask you instead, Craig. Yeah, do you reckon that's why? What was I forgot the bloody question now? Do you reckon Bruno's going to sit deep and control the game from there?
I do. He's going to be the one spreading the balls across the middle. He's going to be picking them through. He a game that I'm quite excited about, actually, because obviously we've got a return of Jack Cole back. Him and Bruno should be an interesting matchup in the middle. You should think that should only end one way with the quality of Bruno versus the Ginger Pirlo. But yeah, Bruno's going to be the main man as per usual, and hopefully he can get the season off to a flyer.
Yeah, we had a Forest guest on, didn't we, in the last podcast. It was really interesting to hear him talk about his team and their plights and how they back up in the big league. Keegan was in on that one. There was quite a few similarities between our teams, but yeah, he was kind of. I think he suggested that the Ginger Pirlo might put a bit of a reducer onto Bruno just to kind of let him know that he's around, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Joe Linton can do the same sort of thing. Maybe he's little sort of swipe. Actually, I haven't said that. We probably don't want Joe to do that, do we? Because he just got a bloody red card in the friendlies. So
he needs to stay calm.
We absolutely do not want Joe Divingarn giving a red card. All right, yeah, absolute knacker. Yeah. So and also we've got Kieran Trippier. I think this might be. I don't know. Is this the first time you started as captain?
I'd say so. I don't remember him starting as captain last season. He didn't play much towards the end, obviously for his injury. And Lascelles would have been on the pitch when he was as well, I would have thought.
And what do you make of? God, I want to come to Keegan, but I know he's going to be talking like a bloody mime artist.
Your headphones plugged in, mate.
Absolute knacker. Unplug your microphone, plug it back in, mate. This is Keegan's first ever live podcast watch along, and at this rate, it's going to be the last one. Sort your shit out, mate. Absolutely terrible. So, what do you make of amateur? So, what do you make of Lascelles being dropped in?
Expected. Yeah, it's expected. I think he's gone with, again, as mentioned before, tried and tested centre-back pairing. Lascelles, he's the club captain, but I wouldn't say he's the team captain, if that makes any sense. I think that is going to be on the shoulders of Trippier. And even with or without the armband, I think Trippier's the captain anyway. I don't think there's anything going to be said against that. The man's a natural born leader.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Aye. It'll be interesting to see how he controls the game from that position as captain. And, well, to be honest with you, I thought Lascelles was going to start because he got that new contract, didn't he? And didn't get a new contract, but he got he was kind of, Eddie Howe said, right, you can be captain for the next season. When I guess we were all kind of expecting Trippier to get the band anyway, permanently. Aye. But he decided to go with Lascelles. Now, I think that was probably a bit of backroom politics in Eddie Howe's mind. Don't rock the boat, don't piss off Lascelles for a start. Do you think that's probably what that was? But then I kind of thought, well, if you've done that, then would you necessarily drop him to the bench for the first game of the actual brand new season? I kind of thought that would be a very strange thing to do to your permanent captain, but yet he's gone ahead and he's actually stuck him on the bench and he's stuck Fabian Shaw and Dan Burn in the middle instead. Quite surprised by that. All right, well, so
I am a little bit surprised, but again, he's just went for a tried and tested pairing, so I'm more than happy with that. And I know Dimmy Who will be probably taking his seat now at the Gallagher end. He'll be more than happy Lascelles is on the bench.
He'll not be taking his seat yet, man. There's 20 minutes. Still got
to soak in the atmosphere, man.
So 18 minutes before you have to leave the pub, aren't you? And then just absolutely leg it. You'll be blown out your arse by the time you get there. Yeah, Keegan's decided to go off and try and see if his bloody microphone works. Absolute novice. I don't know, man. Callum Wilson up top. I think we've got to hope this guy stays fit this season. Well, Jesus Christ.
Aye. If we're not going to get anybody in, it's imperative he stays fit. Because we know he didn't bring the goals last season. Hopefully it's a different one for him if that is the case when he gets his opportunity. But Wilson is easily our main attacking threat by far. No one comes close to him up in that position.
Yeah, I get the feeling from other pods that you're not a big fan of Chris Wood.
I'm a big fan of his all-round game, just his goal scoring ability. But as I said before, I don't think we play to his strengths, which isn't necessarily his fault, but he's got to learn to adapt to our game rather than we've got to adapt to his.
But his strengths are always holding up the ball, aren't they? And getting on the end of crosses. So if we're not putting the crosses in the first place, he's not got any, chances to knock the ball in or whatever.
But again, he's got to learn to adapt our game. It's a team game, not a one-man effort. And I don't know, maybe with Trippier in the squad now, those crosses will be coming in that fair bit more. and he might get his opportunity. Say it was heavily limited towards the back end of last season, with Wilson being out 2 goals, I think from 13, 14 games, just wasn't good enough. But his overall all-round game was spot on, couldn't fault it.
I think it was pretty useful for what he was brought in to do, and of course he weakened the opposition as well. Miggy, so he's had 6 goals in pre-season. I think it's fair to say that's quite surprising. That surprised me anyway. Did it surprise you? And I think he got a couple of assists as well, didn't he?
6 goals, 2 assists.
Aye, that's I mean, for a bloke who can barely kick the ball towards the goal, that's it's not bad for I mean, it's only pre-season, but I mean, it's still pretty good, though, wasn't it? So it's probably right that he gets a start, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's performed admirably well in pre-season. He's probably had the best pre-season out of everybody. And I think most people, to be honest, maybe even thought he wasn't even going to be part of the squad at this stage. Maybe everyone thinking he's going to get moved on. Those talks of him going to Spain before the season even finished. But nice, yeah, he's done well, and long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all want him to do well. It's just, maybe this is a season where he has that breakout. I think you mentioned it in the last one. Gets discovered almost like Joe Linton did, I mean, hopefully it's not on the back of a red card that allows us to discover him. But and it's nice to see Anderson as well on the bench. So he's had a fairly effective pre-season as well. I mean, I think, like I said before, he's the big hope, isn't he, right now for the youth coming through the system and getting into the first team. So he's actually going to start his first Premier League game on the bench. But do you reckon we'll get this? It's a great story anyway, isn't it? But do you think we'll get to see him later on in the game?
I think it all depends on how the game unfolds. If we're winning comfortably, which hopefully we are, you'll get a good amount of game time, even if it's just a 5-10 minute cameo, just so we can get a round of applause from the home fans on his Premier League debut. Something like that'll just give the lad a little bit of confidence, But if we're all comfortable, I can see him getting a bit more time on there. No point keeping the likes of Bruno or Joe on if we're 3-4-0 up with cruising with 20 minutes to go. Bring them off, give them some fresh legs on.
I would agree with that. And just finally on this team, do you think Dubravka can feel a little unlucky that he's been pipped to the spot by Popey? I always say Popey, like Steve Bruce. I can't help it. Nick Pope. Do you think he can feel a bit hard done by, or was that the right call?
I think he can feel a bit aggrieved, to be honest, because he's done nothing really wrong. I mean, he hasn't performed spectacularly, but he's certainly been the best keeper we've had since Tim Krull, and that's gone on back some time. He's certainly been solid and consistent. Is Pope the better of the two? Maybe statistically, but time will tell over the next few games. Maybe Dubravka's still not 100% fully fit from that wrist injury he picked up. Who knows?
Yeah, I did wonder about that, but I do like Nick Pope as a keeper. He's a little bit susceptible sometimes, but like you saw that winner against who's the one who beat us 3-2? Benfica.
Benfica, aye.
Dubravka just got sucked into his near post, didn't he? And then the ball's lobbed over him, and he's just kind of running back, flapping, and it just gone straight through. That's the kind of thing you can kind of expect from Dubravka. I'd like to see a little bit better from Nick Pope. Hopefully, he'll be able to do that today. Keegan.
Still need sound, mate.
Oh, mate, you're a nightmare. All right, let's move on. Maybe just use a different microphone. The headphones got a microphone in it, mate. Just try and plug that one in. Anyway, let's have a look at what we can expect from the opposition. And I'll be honest, I don't know half this team. Well, half has been generous. So we got good point from Jackie Boy there. Forest lineups, exactly what Rich told us about. He had a few kind of wobbly selections he wasn't quite sure about, but it looks like he's absolutely nailed it. So I'll start at the top. Henderson from Man United, obviously. You got Worrell as captain, Williams, Colback, Lingard, O'Brien, Toffeo, Surridge. I'm going to say Sturridge, I guarantee it. Nick Hill, that's probably not right. Johnson, and McKenna, and their subs. God, Jesus, put them really small, haven't they? Hennessy, Blanche is probably not right. Mangala, and maybe so. Martin, Cafu, Louise Taylor, that's not right, and Hammond. So the most obvious names that jump out for me here: Henderson and goal. You've got Colback, of course, ex-Newcastle United and the Mackhams, and Lingard, and I may be missing one or two others, but those are the three that jump out for me. Who jumps out for you in that lot, Craig? There, who do you see as a bit of a threat as well?
There's a danger, man. It's got to be Lingard, hasn't it? He's going to want to impress on his Premier League debut, and maybe a bit of a point to prove to Newcastle for not wanting to spend that money to get him in January. Who knows? I know the money was stupid that Man United wanted, so we were right to walk away from that one. But maybe it'd be a case of look what you could have had type thing is what he's trying to do. But I think Henderson is a quality goalkeeper. He is susceptible to the odd mistake, but then again, which goalkeeper isn't? And he's just come back from a groin injury, I think, as well. So it'll be interesting to see how his movement is on and around the ball with that.
That's interesting, aye. And callback. So obviously released by Newcastle, had to drop down the leagues to get some game time. He's made it back into the big league now. He's now officially a Premier League player. He's a Geordie, of course. I actually think that's a really good story for callback because he could have easily been kind of tossed aside and never seen again, but he's worked his way back up to the big league. What can we expect from callback in this game? And did we make a mistake releasing him? I don't think we did personally, but did we make a mistake? He's now a professional Premier League player. What do you make of him being back in the league and facing his old team and City?
Well, he was frozen up by Rafa, wasn't he? I think that had fallen out, and Rafa just stood his ground and said, "You're not going to be part of my team squad or whatever." And he went to Forest on loan, and he obviously impressed and signed him permanently. I haven't really followed his career since he left the team, to be honest. So I don't really know how he's done. But obviously, he's done well enough during the contract, and well done for him to get his career back online, get back in the Premiership. Well done to Forest for that as well, to be honest. Been too long been away. But it could be a weird situation. I think it all depends on how the crowd react to him. Are they going to boo him? Are they going to cheer him? Because obviously you've got the ex-Newcastle player, but then you've got the dark side of those who shall not be named in his resume as well. So I don't know. The crowd may just influence what type of game he has.
Yeah, he can go missing. He can be a little bit dirty, a little bit niggly as well, from memory. But it's nice to see him back. I imagine his family will be in the crowd as well. So hopefully that's a good game for them, but not too good. I don't want to see him do any of those bloody goals from the wing like he did for Forest. I had to look that up after our guest in the last pod mentioned it. I had to look it up, and yeah, that was definitely a cross. Like, but he sliced it. I think he probably sliced it, and it just went flying into the back. And even he looked a bit surprised by it. So yeah, none of those, please, Jackie boy. Thank you very much. And then, of course, Lingard, like you say. So Lingard on a 1-year deal, I believe, with Forest. Could have been with the Toon, but Man United wouldn't have it unless we paid them 12 million, I think it was, last I heard.
Aye.
And then also, I think there was, wasn't there like a clause that said if you steal, you have to give us even more money or some stupid, ridiculous thing like that?
We're going to go, I think, close like 20 million quid for a loan fee for 6 months, which is just absolutely bonkers, considering he was going to leave on a free anyway.
But he's a good player. I mean, he would have done well on our team, I think, coming at this season especially.
He would have done, yeah. And again, it could be a case of him showing us what we may have missed out on, and hopefully that isn't the case. But I think he's going to have a point to prove. There's a lot of people didn't expect him to go to Forest. Maybe West Ham, where he had a very successful loan spell with. There was talk of him going there, or even to the States. But he would have kissed his England career goodbye if he went there.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him at Newcastle, if I'm quite honest. But I don't know. I think he's on big money for a start, and he's got that kind of bigger than you, big I am kind of thing about him. He's kind of got that sort of attitude. I don't know. I don't know if it would have fitted in with what Eddie Howe wants the dressing room to look like, and the build up of it and good characters and so on. I mean, he did want to sign him, but maybe that was a little bit more desperation as much as anything else. I don't know. Keegan, have you managed to sort your shit out yet? Oh my God, Keegan. Mate.
Oh, wow. Is your microphone even turned on?
Is your computer turned on?
Are you turned on? Shouldn't have said that.
Oh, you man, Crag. Jesus Christ.
It's late. It's nearly midnight.
It is actually. It's 8.5 minutes before we get to kick off, so we're getting there. Anyone else in that team jumping out for you, Craig? Anyone that sort of rings a bell? Any names?
Not really, to be honest. No, I think they're a team that may go under the radar in terms of big names. But yeah, I think we've covered the big ones on there. Nobody else springs to mind. But, there could be one or two on there that surprise us. Hopefully not. But that's a beauty of coming straight up from the Championship. You've got these hungry players who want to prove a point, and they've had a decent pre-season. So you never know. There might be, again, wanting to make a statement, just like how Brentford did against Arsenal in the first game of last season.
Mm-hmm. I've just put the stream on here, so there's a huge War Flags banner going right across the Gallagher where Dimmy's going to be sitting. I wonder if he's holding a flag. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for Newcastle, and we're feeling good from that song.
Nice.
I probably don't know what the name of that song is, but I've got no idea. Anyway, so this is the first time Forest has played at St James's Park since 1998. I suspect that's Premier League stat. They've been out of the league, the big top league, for 23 years, which is a hell of a time to get out of it, isn't it? To be out of the big league and to finally get themselves back up there. Bit like a Leeds story, isn't it?
It is, big time.
In total, we've played 57, we've drawn 27, and we've lost 30. Sorry, we've won 57, drawn 27, lost 35, with 176 goals for and 136 against. So the pendulum's in our favour there. And then in the Premier League, it's played 8, won 5, drawn 3, lost none, with 15 for and 4 against. So haven't lost a game against Forest in the league, apparently. This would be not a good time to start changing that stat, wouldn't it? So those stats are quite good for us, in our favour anyway. What do you reckon?
Oh, big time. And you'd think we would clearly be the favourites to win this one with the home advantage and the players. But again, first game of the season, it's a tricky one. You've got to look at the game we just watched with Liverpool Fulham. Everyone probably expected Liverpool to walk all over them. So, you can never tell. There's still going to be maybe a bit of a pre-season rust in one or two of the legs. But hopefully we can overcome it and we can get the result.
I've thought for a long time, like if you're going to play one of the top teams, the best time to get them is right at the start. Right at the start when they're not up to speed, and they haven't got the rhythm going, and you can surprise them with what you bring, and I think Fulham almost got away with that one as well. I mean, there was obviously chances either side, but our old boy Mitrovic getting 2 goals, one of them a suspicious penalty, I have to say, but he's not going to complain about that. That's his job.
No.
Another stuff for you, Craig. Forest have won 80% of their opening Premier League games.
How many have they played, though?
I don't know, but they've won 80% of them.
It's a decent percentage, but if they've only played 5, then I'm not going to be overly worried. But it's a totally different Premier League now to when they were back in it. It's nowhere near as physical, nowhere near as pressure on top. But this game, I am cautiously optimistic that we can pull it off, but still wary of the threat that Forest can possess.
Have you got the score predictions handy, by the way?
I don't, but I went for 3-1. Jack went for 3-1. Dimmy went for 3-0. You went for 2-1. I think it was only Bobby who didn't think we were going to get all 3 points. He went for a 1-1 draw. Even I think Mark went for a 2-1 win as well.
That's just Bobby, though, isn't it? He's just too nervous for these kind of things, man.
He's also probably going like that right now.
He's been shitting himself all day, I think. Yeah, just waiting for this to start. All right, well, I guess you've just pulled them up your top of your head there, so good on you. Yeah, so what we're left with now. So we've got 4 minutes to go, and my Optus stream has decided to break, which is absolutely tremendous.
Anyone got any questions?
We have referee Simon Hooper, last seen taking charge of a Newcastle game when we lost 2-0 to Villa back in January last year. And on VAR is Lee Mason. Lee Mason, is he one of the shit ones?
All I remember, if it is him anyway, he's got a massive bald head. But I'm crap remembering names and faces.
Yeah, that's about as much as I remember about it as well.
Aye.
Let's hope he doesn't F us in the ear with some VAR. I think Keegan's just gone to bed.
Everybody's hangover. Oh, Matty Longstaff's in the crowd.
Is he?
Well, someone who looks like him anyway.
No.
But now the
All right.
fans look like they're on form again. Looks cracking.
Fast approaching kickoff. Yeah, all the flags all over the place.
Looks awesome. So jealous for Dimmy being there.
I know. Oh God. Is your stream working, Craig? Because mine is not, haven't they?
Mine's working fine.
Sorry, folks. The pressures of live TV. Come on, you absolute shitbag.
Sorry, folks.
All right, I think I'm back in business. Yeah, so here we go. I guess 2.5 minutes. Teams are now walking out. Looks like bloody hell, that referee looks a bit like Dex. You see him? Dex in the comments there, mate. Is that your brother? Is he refereeing?
Should be a conflict of interest then, surely.
Oh, no, keep that quiet. As long as he does us a favour anyway. So lots of crowd noise going on here, as Bobby's pointing out.
It sounds incredible.
Jack Colback. Bloody hell. Ginger as ever.
He's got a head of hair on him, like, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope he does well. Looks like he's bulked up a bit, actually.
Tell you what, if he scores and he shushes the crowd, there might be a riot on his hands.
If he wants to get out of the ground alive, he probably doesn't want to do that.
Definitely not after his antics again when he done it last time.
With 5 subs, this is a question from Dex. With 5 subs, could we see a change in playing style second half, a bit like with the friendlies? Maybe. You know, you can do 5 subs over 3 changes. I think, isn't that the new rule now?
5 subs over 3 changes.
Yeah. Our bench isn't the strongest though. You know, Dubravka, Dummett, Botman, Ritchie, Wood, Fraser, Murphy, Anderson, Longstaff. I mean, you could bring on Anderson, you can bring on Longstaff. You know, Botman if you want to show up at the back. Chris Wood, yeah. I think I'd probably try Anderson before Chris Wood, actually. Maybe Murphy down the wing. You know, he's got a bit of pace. Depends on how tight the legs are.
I've been very critical of Murphy in pre-season. No, people said I shouldn't be because it was only pre-season, but his passing is so poor. It's unreal. It's just not how it should be.
I mean, look, pre-season is meant to iron those little creases out, isn't it? It's meant to get you where you need to be. So if you're doing pre-season, you're probably not having a good pre-season.
That's true. And I got a little bit of a slack off, giving him a little bit of grief. But I think it was well deserved, to be honest, because he was really poor.
Sorry, man. What's the deal with the Forest manager, Steve Cooper? He looks like he's like trying to start a fight in every picture I've seen so far. He also looks a bit like a kind of Elon Musk love child. I don't know what the deal is there, but can you see the screen? Look at him like it's like, yeah, what do you reckon? Like, oh, then.
He is he's like an angry school teacher.
Really? Crack a smile, man. Jesus. It looks like a full house, doesn't it?
It does. Looks wicked.
Nick Pope there with Freddie Mercury teeth. Yeah, I'm not one to talk about teeth. Like.
Well,
that's an interesting point here from Bam. Halftime subs don't count as one of the 3 changes. Is that right? Have you heard that one?
That's a sneaky way to get through it if that's the case.
Yeah, interesting.
I can't imagine that. But you never know, I might be wrong. Hopefully I am.
Bloggers, NFFC. Come on, mate. Less of that.
So just about getting ready for kickoff. What's everyone's predictions? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you reckon. Eddie Howe with his new contract. Have you heard yet how long that contract is? Because
it just says long term.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Look at this Simon Hooper's face. Look at him. It's like he's just stood in some shit. Look at him.
He's
Is it me?
That crowd sounds incredible.
Look at him. God almighty. I'm hoping that we get Dimmy on at half time if he can find a signal from somewhere.
Oh, that'd be cracking.
Give us his stadium review of the first half.
If he can fight back the tears anyway.
Looks like Newcastle might have lost the toss here, looking at playing down pitch towards the Gallagher. Obviously, if you win the toss, you always want to play up against to the lasers.
Yeah. That's a strange one. Oh well, not worry. Kind of win them all.
Also, but I'm just clarifying that it's been that way in the MLS. There's 5 subs, but it doesn't count in the at half time. So maybe it's been carried over. Who knows?
I thought they were stopping the whole knee thing.
Yeah. So they're doing the knees again. Interesting.
Oh well.
Perhaps it's just the first game of the season. And we are
Maybe.
underway. First game of the
Come on.
season. Come on. So, Craig, since Keegan's done one by the looks of things, we're going to have to rely on you to be my John Anderson.
No worries at all.
Just dive in there with a stick it in the net, man, when you get the chance. And Newcastle are in with a corner straight away. 23 seconds in. Nick Haight. Is that right? Nick Haight?
Nikate or Nikite or something like that, maybe.
I've got to call him Nick Haight.
I don't know. My pronunciation of names is no better than yours, mate.
Fair enough. And it's going to be Matty Target taking it. On our right, there, left. What a start this would be if we get this one in.
Would be, wouldn't it?
Short one. And it was shot by Shaw, I think. Still with Newcastle on the edge of the box. Lofted in by Target, I think. And yeah, I think it was Dan Burn with the waist of a header there.
It's not a bad start.
Yeah. Forest looks like they're trying to slow down the game already. Jesus. And the ball's out of play in Newcastle's half. I don't think Jackie Colback's touched it yet.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see again what response he gets.
It's good pressure from Newcastle, this. And under that pressure, the keeper's kicked the ball out for a throw into Newcastle. ASM to Bruno in the middle, spreads it wide. Oh, you know, he's giving it away. Less of that, please, Bruno. Forest attacking into our half here. Willock doing a good job of holding the man up.
Come on, Bruno.
A few ruffles of booze there. Gimerish has got it back. Jack has won the ball fairly, apparently. That's going to be an interesting battle, then, that one.
It will. I think Dex is taking the piss there.
Aye. Come on, Dex.
You're better than that, mate. Come on.
Come on, Dex. How are you, Dex, man? And Newcastle have the ball here. Forest trying to apply a bit of pressure, which is forcing us back a bit. Good noise from the crowd, isn't it?
It is.
Wilson trying to turn his defender. Defender's won. Ball back to the keeper. Yeah, first game's going to take a while for... Oh, it's going to be a free kick to Forest. Under the pressure from ASM. What's going on with ASM? He's got like... He's always got a bandage on one arm, which I thought was like maybe it's just a head sweat thing. Now he's got like a ginormous bionic arm grey thing going on now.
God knows. I mean, he's got the world's worst fashion sense, but then footballers aren't exactly known for it. I mean, look at what that Gordon wears for Everton. Jesus, when I seen that photo, I just didn't want to sign him for that reason alone.
No, I didn't want him anywhere near this club.
No, no way.
Mind you, DCL does the same thing, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Dresses weird. Come on, Alan.
Come on, ASM attacking. Space is open up for Willock. He's going to take a pot shot. Oh, and it's deflected just wide from the Forest for a corner to Newcastle. 4 minutes.
Good early momentum, good tempo already.
Does feel like a bit too quick almost, doesn't it?
It does. I'm going to say this, but hopefully we don't burn out too soon. But you think Eddie's got them well drilled in pre-season?
Yeah. To be honest, I was glad that hit off the defender because I don't think that was going in.
Come on.
Here comes the corner. Swept in by Trippier. And it's cleared by Forest all the way at the halfway line. Mighty target in the middle of the pitch. Lovely feed to the wing from Joe Linton. Trippier whips it into absolutely nobody. Joe Linton keeps the ball alive. Spread that wide to ASM. We're still on the edge of the box here for edge of Forest's box. ASM goes down for a free kick. I think that was a dive. I think he was looking for that. He went down a little bit like a swimming champion.
I'll take it.
So some nice skill from ASM though, eh?
It was. Keep the ball at the edge of the box.
He's tripped over his own feet. That was never a free kick. Referee was right next to it as well. So another free kick in line with the edge of the box. Matty Target's going to take it from our left. Nice early goal will do us wonders. Here it goes.
Oh.
And it's fallen to Miggy, who's spread out wide. And it's whipped in, and it's gone up for a goal kick. Good pressure from Newcastle, though.
It is. Wilson didn't look too impressed there. I don't know whether he wants the ball more directly at him rather than burn at the back post, or whether he's just having the yarn at the ref. I couldn't really tell, but he was definitely a few verbals towards someone.
Well, look, that back post routine is very much our staple these days when you got Dan Byrne and team. I mean, that's how we got that goal against Southampton, for example.
The mule kick or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just I'll say it was a bit of a fluke. Bulls took a deflection, but fallen kindly for Wilson. But good defending from Jack Colback again.
Yeah, he hasn't been outplaced yet.
This is all Newcastle inside Forest's half, by the way.
Yeah,
really good pressure from Newcastle. Just nothing on the end of it just yet. Here's Maxi inside the box. He's dinking it. He's dear me. He's pulled it level to try and to meet, I think, Wilson perhaps, and it's been cut out by a defender. Went out for yet another corner, I think. Did?
Yeah, 7 minutes gone. Good pressure.
ASM looks sharp, but we need to see the end product and see what he can do in this game. Another corner for Newcastle. Trippier taking it. It's a short one again. Oh, he's got a better angle. He's whipped it in. It's to Dan Byrne again. He's probably done more tackling than anybody else in this team so far, hasn't he?
He has done, but I think it's a bit weird that a bloke who 6'7", his heading ability isn't that great in the attacking sense.
Oh, I tell you what, man, if that was on target, there was a good chance of sneaking over the keeper there. Oh, free kick to Forest.
Any Forest fans watching in the chat, let us know how you think the game's getting on so far.
7 coming up to 8 minutes in. It's mostly been in Forest's half. Forest are, to the credit, trying to play out of their half, and it's not really working for them just yet. Keepers, it looks like they're trying to run the clock down. Oh, well, actually, probably what they're trying to do is just slow down the game a little bit here. So it's going to be Henderson to launch it by those things, just to get out of their own half as much as anything else, I'd imagine.
How is your best Spanish, Lee? Like, translate that.
Pasa con imagen desde Paraguay saludos or something, I don't know. I think I might say salutations, hello from Paraguay, I imagine. And CSM in the middle, he's got a runner with Joe, and he's absolutely fluffed across the pass, rather. It's cut out easily. And I think that's Lingard on goal, yeah, on ball. And, well, Forest under absolutely no pressure. They have just kicked the ball straight off for a throw into Newcastle, in Newcastle's half. We'll have to do a lot better than that to get anywhere this season.
Don't think Pope's even looked at the ball, let alone seen it, touched it.
Mind you, that said, Wilson's just went to give the ball away as well. So, and Willock's got the ball back anyway. So come on, this is Newcastle. We need to push forward here. Yeah, Wilson's not really in the game just yet, and the touches like he's had have been a bit heavy. Here's Bruno doing a bit of dinking. He's got 2 men around him. He's looking for options. Doesn't really have any.
Corner?
He's got a corner, I believe. Yes, he's got a corner. What's his 4th or 5th corners?
It's got to be 4 or 5 corners already, and we're less than 10 minutes in.
Yeah. Goalkeeper. I tell you what, I think that might be a goal kick. I think that's a goal kick.
Another early goal at Molyneux. Wolves 1-0 over Leeds.
Yep. Villa. Bournemouth are 1-0 up against Villa. Wait a minute, am I watching the same thing as you? It's a corner's easy defended by Forest there. But it's still with Newcastle. Great pressure from Newcastle. This just need to make something out of it.
Yeah.
Nice little through ball there for
Unlucky Miggy.
Bruno. And that probably should have been a corner, but it wasn't. Pressure from Miggy there on Nick Haight. Oh, Keegan's back. Come on, buddy.
Are you alive? Speak.
Oh, God. Doesn't bode well, does it?
Storage.
So Forest
cross through.
in our box. The dangerous cross didn't meet the Forest attacker, and Newcastle were able to play it out of the half with Bruno to the middle. Joe Linton with a little drag back. Very nice. ASM on the right now, being hurried, and he's fed the ball through to Miggy, and he's squared it straight to Forest player on the edge of the box. Absolute waste from Miggy there. Keegan, are you with us? Is it turned on? Have you got? There's no light on the microphone. Have you turned the gain up or something? Oh, there is a light. I can see it now.
Oh, ballers with Forest in the middle of the pitch. They just spread it out wide. And McKenna's on the ball. Ian still deep inside Forest half. Just inside Newcastle with Lingard. Through ball.
Through ball.
Scourge.
Forest in on
goal
there
by Byrne.
Byrne with the defending. Bruno wins the free kick, I think, on the edge of the box. Dangerous that. Keegan, have you turned on your microphone volume in your Windows control or something? Check your volume control and in your Windows, mate. Absolutely useless. This is the worst debut I've ever seen.
Yeah, debut. What the hell's a debut?
Why do Aussies say debut? Weird. All right, anyway, Pope with a free kick. Chance to get his boots dirty on the edge of the box and launches it forward. Nice play between Trippier and Wilson. He's fed in Miggy, and Miggy's fumbled and lost the ball, and it's been easily defended by that giant. Actually, Nick Haight is a big lad, isn't he?
He is.
Brilliant pressure from Trippier to prevent the ball going forward there for a Forest throw. Yeah, Miggy doesn't seem quite on it today, or at least not yet anyway.
Still early doors. Spurs are losing at Southampton.
Good Lord.
Can't be Dini's nut, which is always fun to see.
No, I don't want Hasselblad to get a bloody big head on him again.
God, he's their favourite to be first manager to be sacked.
Yeah, it'd be Lampard. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Arteta, because he's got to do something. He's got to do it straight off the bat, you know.
They had a good result yesterday.
They did. Apparently, yeah, Jesus had a good game. That's a foul to Forest. No, it's not. Oh, and it's a throw into Newcastle in our own half, just before the halfway line. Check your mic settings in StreamYard, Keegan. That's according to BAM.
Check your default mic settings.
It looks like it's fine. It's all cancellation and automatic adjust. We'll just use it as like a prop, Keegan. Just wave your arms like Team America.
Oh, good free kick. And, looks like a yellow card.
Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yes.
I'm back. Not a goal to anyone watching. Keegan's on the pitch.
Jeez.
I'm back.
Just in time.
45 minutes, but we're here.
Comment on this tumble by Maxi there. What was that a real free kick, or that looked a bit like a dive again?
Free kick, yellow card to Forest.
Nah, he paid it. It's a free kick.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it was an actual free kick though.
Nah, it was. He paid it. That's what matters.
Cheers, very hot, Bam.
Cheers, Bam. I think Bam's Dimmy's mate. I'm not sure.
Hey, we're due, aren't we? Surely.
Yeah,
How I
gotta
tripped.
be. So Trippier is going to take a free kick on just on the outside the area with his weird nose. I've never noticed that nose before. It's bizarre.
He's got a boxer's nose, hasn't he?
Isn't he? It's weird. Trippier over the wall. Here we go. He's got Anse Maximum alongside him, right in the centre of the box. Is he going to free kick it or is he going to square it? And he's free kicking it straight into the bloody wall. He's claiming a handball, nothing given by the ref. Willock's going to spread it out to the right. Gimenez tries to bring it in, hits the defender. More cries for a handball, but don't think there was much he could have done about it. Keegan, what do you reckon of the game so far since you've said nout?
We're all over him, aren't we? We just can't
Absolutely.
find that last sort of cutting edge to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I'm a
one way
couple of
tough to go.
seconds ahead of you guys.
Yeah, I think you might be. You sound rough, mate. You've been on the drink all day, haven't you?
No, all night, not all day.
Oh, right, fair enough. It's a good distinction.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible ball in by don't know who that was. Oh, tell you what, there've been a few sloppy. That's a foul. Been a few sloppy touches from both teams, really, but especially from our Brazilians. You wouldn't expect that, would you? There's been some very.
No, they're normally very
sloppy
solid in the
touches.
ball, especially in the short game passing. They learn that shit on the beaches, don't they?
Dimmy getting a bit of a bag in here.
He's not to defend himself. He's 10,000 miles away.
Yeah, stuff him. It's his own fault. Forrest with the ball whipped in, and Dan Burns easily cleared it off for. He might have went up for a corner. Not sure. No, it's gone for a throw. Anderson and Woods on warming up. I wonder if Dimmy got to see Dabba's ass. Try to make that happen.
Cracking if he did.
Being good, wouldn't it? So players now inside Newcastle's half. Bit of time and ball for Forest. It's been all Newcastle to this point. Good hustling from ASM there. And it's gone all the way back to the Forest keeper. What was your prediction for this game, Keegan?
I had 2-0. I thought we'd score first and then score late when Forest were pushing for an equaliser.
You still happy with that so far?
No, we don't look like it at the moment.
We don't do it. See, there's another terrible ball from Bruno there. And we're just gifting the ball back. And anyway, so it's a throw in just at the line there. And we're back on the ball in Forest's half. ASM on the ball again. Feeds target. Who gets a corner. Can I get too wound up, man? It's a corner, Keegan. You got to relax.
How many corners is it now?
We've had 15 corners in 17 minutes.
That's all right, mate. It's all right. It's in the right end of the park. It's all right. That's what you want.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Not even 20 minutes in yet. Oh, well,
That must be the corner where Dimmy is, I bet. Just in front of Gallagher.
He's gone Raj for a score.
He's Raj anyway. Whipped in by target. Doesn't quite make the man. Defended well by Forest. Forest are keeping a man on the halfway line, I notice. I wish we did that more often. Gimenez, lovely through ball to nobody. And it's another corner.
Jesus, we've got to convert one of these sooner or later.
We're getting paid a $5 per corner here or something. Yeah, Bobby Wilson hasn't really had much to go off yet, I don't think.
No, he hasn't.
We've had 5 corners so far.
Nah, I've had more than 5 corners, man.
I have. It's got to be close to double figures.
I just read on the stats.
Yeah, well, stats never
They
lie.
must be behind.
Trippier with a corner.
Oh.
Here it goes. Dan Burn, Akers, space, and he just not it down to anybody, really. And here's a chance for Forrest to... Oh, he stepped as he went to kick it, unfortunate. That was a chance for Forrest to have a breakout there. And it's with Joe Linton anyway. Still in the Forest half. Oh, yeah. Joe Linton with a blammer, and it's well saved by the keeper. It was right at the keeper, to be fair. Keegan, you're going to give me a bloody heart attack every time you make a noise.
I was just excited that he got a shot on target.
Also Trippier, he's pulled it back to Gimenez, who just about gets it. And a few little triangle one touches on the edge of the box here in first half. Trippier still lovely lofted ball into Willock, who chests it down to front of him. He's in front of his defender and he just blazes over the bar. Lovely touch and play that, mind you, wasn't it?
It was I.
Stick it in the back of the net, man.
Oh, that was mine. So I was meant to say that, wasn't I?
So let's talk about Joe Linton's haircut. Craig, what's the deal with Joe Linton's haircut? It's
I love
Eminem.
it.
He's been listening to Eminem.
Can you imagine me with hair like that?
No. I think didn't he do that last season? And Bruno did the same thing when he first turned up or something. And
He
I
did.
thought we were going to do all of the shitty throughout the entire team.
A lot of people noticed as well that in all the press shots for the new kit that he had his natural hair color rather than the dyed blonde. So obviously doing the press shots for the new kit like weeks before they even got announced, which was quite ironic considering the leaks that came out showing everything well in advance. So that's obviously where they've came from.
Yeah,
it was almost like they it's like they took their photos before they went on holidays.
They probably did.
Like right at the end of the season, these are our kits for next year. Let's do the photos and we'll release them.
Yeah,
like whenever we have to.
Joe Linton, kicking the ball away. Don't let me be doing that, mate. That's how you get a yellow.
Oh, how buff is Eddie looking?
He's been hitting the gym, hasn't he, old Eddie Hart?
He gets in at 6 o'clock so he can use the gym for an hour and a half before the players come in. That's why he gets there so early.
Why wouldn't you use that stuff? It's all that top elite equipment. Get amongst it, man. For free. You're getting paid for it. So the ball, I think, for the last 19 of these 21 minutes has been in the first half. The possession stat must be, hell. We've just lost possession, and luckily we had a defender back there, but we've given it straight back to Forest, who are in our half for about the third time this game, and they're straight back into the one half.
Well, we had to put Henderson under any real pressure.
Miggy's just chased down a loose ball there, got his foot on it, it's looped over the keeper, and it's going wide, and Miggy's chasing it down, and the keeper's just managed to get his hands in it. But that's Miggy all over that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. That was Nick Haight there, caught out. Welcome to the Premier League, mate.
Nice.
Geez, a midfield have really got their foot on this game at the moment, haven't they?
They have.
Well, Bruno
is
a
few wonky passes from Bruno, but otherwise,
I'm thinking more defensively. They've shut down sort of everything.
But they're playing behind the ball, though.
Yeah.
Forest. What do we need to do? So, what do you think we need to do to change this game then? Is it a tactics thing? Is it just one of those where you keep after knocking on the door?
Hang on, we've got a card here.
Second yellow card for Forest.
Yes. I think we still lack that cutting edge in the final third, don't we?
Yeah, we still do, man. We still do another. Well, as Bobby's pointed out, Wilson's not really been in this game so far, but that's largely to do with the ball's not really getting to him, getting cut out by the defense, but the park on the bus. ASM's feeding Joe Linton down the wing here. I think I'm right behind everybody. He cuts it in. Miggy's on the ball. It's loose. It's in the box. Forest have got about 7 people behind it. Trippier's trying to dink it, and it went straight.
That's a free kick. That is a free kick.
And well done, Dan Burn. I think he's just cut out Lingard there in the middle as the ball was thrown out by Henderson. Oh, lovely Cruyff turn from Willock there. And he gets another free kick from Nick Haight. And it's another yellow card.
That's how it's pronounced.
Who?
Nikate. That's how it's pronounced.
Nick Haight. I'm not changing my mind now. Stuff off. So the fans are lifted. You can hear the crowd blaring away now. Oh, Miggy just had to stick his boot on that, I think he must have been a little bit unbalanced. That's such a shame. What a waste. But
he was on his wrong step.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I think that's one of those examples where Wilson's just basically cut out the game there. The ball just went right over the top of him, And tell you what, that was a lofted free kick over the defense there, and the defender got a touch in it. I think it was his knee, and it almost had the keeper's pants down. Just for a second there, it looked like it could have been an own goal, but it wasn't. 25 minutes. Forest doing the best to keep the clock ticking while actually not doing anything. Come on, ref. They've had the ball for ages here. Oh, referee. Why has the referee let that go? He had the ball for about 20 seconds there.
Need to start getting some shots on here, because they're going to start growing in confidence soon, I think.
Bruno almost fed a pinpoint ball through to Miggy, but he was bundled off the ball as it was going through back to the keeper. And it's back with Nick Pope. Popey. Craig, what do we need to do?
We need to get a bit faster on the ball. We need to be a bit more clinical with it in the final third. Just like what Keegan was saying. Maybe get ASM involved that a little bit more. Willock is trying, but again, his final ball is just lacking, but he's not the only one. I think if we get that first goal, I think it'll open the floodgates, to be honest. Hopefully we can get that before the first half and hopefully get the next few minutes.
That's a lovely play by Newcastle here in the middle of the park. Spread to Willock. He's out on our right now. Amaron with he's got Kieran Trippier on an overlap. Gets the ball.
Oh!
I'm well behind the times here. And it's a lovely 1-2 with Kieran Trippier and Miggy. He's dinked in over the top. Miggy's lost his man. He's crossed it. And it's a free-headed ASM who somehow misses. And Joe Linton can't do anything with it on the follow-up. It's still with Newcastle outside the box here. Bruno's free. He's tried to kick it. And it's just went wide. Just went wide. Brilliant pressure from Newcastle, this. Yeah, we're the only game so far without a goal.
So close. It's getting there.
Lovely 1-2 that Keegan, wasn't it, with Trippier and Miggy there?
It was. I think that's the way we're going to score, I reckon. We still don't look entirely comfortable in possession. I still think we look dangerous when we're in space. So that little passage of play then, we found that little pocket of space and got it into the box to sort of a 3-on-3. So,
I mean,
whether we move, we need to.
There's been a few occasions in this game already where they've worked together well. That could be.
Yeah, I think through the middle third, we look like we're working pretty well. It's just that, like I said, that final third where we sort of lack that cutting edge or.
Brilliant play by Joe Linton there. It looks like we are starting to target their right. Well, their left, our right. Balls with Forest here. Jack Colback's just been clipped down by Willock, I think. Silly foul. Blatant foul. I don't know why he's complaining. He just hacked his legs away. Yeah. Just clips him in his mid-step. I think it was one of those for the team because I think Colback was about to run into the middle of the park there, and I don't think we had much in the way of cover. Anyway, this is a free kick to Forest in Newcastle's half down their left, our right. And I think it's going to be Colback whipping it in.
Oh.
Colback whips it in. Easy defended. ASM's on the ball here. He's done it was almost a pinpoint diagonal through to Miggy. I think it was run onto it. It's back with Trippier, who's again given the ball away. It's not the first time this game he's been pretty lazy with his passing. Lingard now on their left, our right. With Forest, this is exactly where we don't want them to be. A really pretty weak shot deflected. It is, Gary. It's absolutely mental. It's crossing from Forest. Pope gets it at the second attempt. Yeah, Gary, we had to fly 10,000 miles to be able to watch the game. It's absolutely nuts, man. Absolutely cracking. You can see all the games as well. Any game you want. It's absolutely insane.
Yep. Every game from every club.
It used to be free too.
Well, you had to have a phone plan, but yeah.
Yeah, you had to have a with your
thanks, Gladys.
telco provider.
Anyway, the ball's with Newcastle just across the halfway line on our left. Lovely forward ball there from targeted to ASM, who's now on the left again. He's got one man in front of him. He's got another man now. I think he tried to find Joe Linton, but it didn't work. He's now found Joe Linton. Joe Linton can't get his feet sorted. Stop me if you've heard that before. Bruno. This is basically Forest have all their men behind the ball there. Well, pretty much most of them anyway. We're not really. See, this is the problem. We're not really a team that breaks down teams that do this. We never have
I think it's from years and years from playing without the ball.
Here comes Miggy's in the box. His second touch was horrific. Miggy was played on by Willock there, played through. Nice little pass, but it was a horrible, horrible second touch. And it's a throw into Newcastle. Looks like Kieran Tripp is going to take it. The crowd's sticking with us, though. Still good noise from the Toon Army.
Yep. No complaints yet, apart from the fact we haven't scored.
Yeah, it's been a good bit of endeavour. Just lacking that quality at the end. Gimaresh being forced out from the corner into the middle. Does well to keep possession. And it's all the way back to Pope from that position there. Popey. And he's just kicked it to nowhere, really.
So, Craig spot on here. We've had 60% of possession for the first half an hour, 6 shots, and Forest haven't had a shot yet.
How many of those shots have been on target?
Just one on target.
So Bruno on the ball in the middle. Something's just happened because Craig's now shit himself. Ball's with Joe Linton. He's running straight through 2, 3 defenders, 4 defenders. He kicks it, and it's agonizingly wide. Oh my word! He took on about a third of the team there. That was brilliant work from Joe Linton.
He just stuck his shot.
What did he do wrong? Someone tell me. Look at this. Forward. He dinks it on his outside. He dinks it again. He could have probably went to the other post there. I think he's slightly scuffed it, hasn't he? He scuffed it as he went over there. Keegan's so close that, wasn't it?
Anyone else but Joe probably would have finished it, wouldn't he?
Here's Joe again. He's going to take a shot and straight to the keeper. But the whistle's gone, I think. Maybe not.
He's just like a house of cards in the boxes, and he just crumbles on the slightest bit of pressure.
Oh, look at that. Brilliant bit of destroying in the middle there. I think he's stretched his calves, though. Joe's just... Nice, getting back to his feet. He's all right. The ball's with Newcastle, and the ASM's just megged one man. He's in the box. He's surrounded by players. He's trying to get the ball to Wilson. Doesn't reach him. Appeals for handball. And the ball is still with Newcastle, coming back towards Forest again. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Forest players behind the ball here. The shape seems to be a little bit over the place, Forest here. And we've switched sides. And another lazy touch from Trippier. What is going on with Trippier?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to be on it right now. His set pieces haven't been great either.
That's 3 I can remember where he's tried to do something with the pass and it's been bloody awful.
I'd still rather have him in the team than not, to be honest.
Oh, I wouldn't. It's in Newcastle's half, but we have the ball back. Target's been doing some lovely down the line balls here. There's another one to ASM who hasn't stopped running all game. And he wins a throw into Newcastle, probably in line with the 18-yard box, I think. Must be amazing for Dimmy to see a bit of proper football there, Keegan.
He'd rather watch this than Essendon, though, I reckon.
Yeah, I think they lost badly today, didn't they? I think your lot won again, didn't they?
Yeah, we had a good win. Town was pumping when I left.
Yeah, it's nailed on flag, that one.
Now, Dex, calm down. Don't be wanting that.
It's my boy. My boy Kraft. He's injured, though. He's not on the bench, is he?
Nah, he's got injured. Don't know where he's injured, but I think Jack confirmed it before kickoff.
Well, he's not on the bench anyway. Well, the ball's with Forest. It looks like they've won a free kick somehow in their own half. They really haven't been out of their half very much this game, have they?
Nah. It'll be interesting to see their where the ball's been played in terms of possession. I reckon it's got to be, 80% in their half.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So it's Maxi for the 1-2 with Miggy. 20 yards out, probably. Here's Bruno. It's just pretty static in front of these lads, isn't it? There's nobody really making any dart and runs or anything.
No.
Miggy tried to.
Oh,
It's whipped in. It's pushed out by the defenders. It's with Willock. Something says, I'm well behind the bloody time here. Willock's on the ball outside the box. He dinks it in. It falls to Wilson, who heads it, and it's pretty easy for the keeper, frankly. You might have been better off going to the near post there rather than the far post.
that should have been in that. That should have been. It should have even been 2-0, to be honest, because Joe should have scored before.
Brilliant bit of midfield defending there by Willock as the Forest were bringing the ball out there.
He had no pace on that header, did he?
Nah.
Ball from Willock. So here's Willock. Wilson stays on the side well. Lovely dink ball, mind you. Loses Nick Haight. Nick Haight just kind of goes to sleep there. He's going to have to get better than that. And Forest have just given the ball straight back to Newcastle. It's a really poor performance. Oh, ESM trying to bring the ball down with
the back heel.
Weird donkey heel kind of back heel thing. Mid-air. Didn't work. Excellent pressure from Bruno. This down the wing. Well done. Oh, no, it was Miggy, is it? Can't remember. Can't tell. Is it Miggy, I think. Just got another donkey kick. Balls with Bruno. Just outside the box. And squares it to Trippier. Again, too static. Nobody moving. Look. Trippier's just had to tell people to move. Bruno with a uncharacteristic poor first touch and loses the ball. But he's been a bit like that today, hasn't he? And Forest and Trippier again with a lazy touch. Dear oh dear. Forest keeper risking his life there on the edge of the box. And it's back with Newcastle in the half again. And that was almost a beautiful through ball from Target. He's done all right to the Target. Here comes Forest in our box. They've got 2 against 2, 3 against 3, and they've just completely lost the ball again. And Newcastle are walking out of their own half here. Joe Linton whips it wide out to ASM. Beautiful, beautiful ball. ASM is now approaching the box. He's dinking, he's jiggling, he's in the box. He's running along the edge of the box. He kicks, and it's again straight to the keeper. Straight to the keeper.
It's coming, lads. It's coming.
Something's coming.
Probably Dimmy in the Gallagher end.
God, there's an image I didn't need.
Hey, Lee, can you push live or like +10 on yours? Because it seems like you're like 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me and Craig, I reckon.
It's probably fudged me right up.
Well, ball's out for a throw to Forest right outside the dugouts, right in the halfway line.
So I'm watching a replay of the attempt here. Is that what we're watching?
Yeah.
Miggy whips it in. ASM didn't quite get his head on it, did he?
Aye. There you go. You're back on. Christmas is
Cheers,
coming.
Keegs. So balls with Forest. And easily defended by Shaw there. He's had absolutely no to do. Going up to 38 minutes here. Forest playing in Lingard. He's on the edge of the box. He dinks it over to the other side. And it's nice and easy for Pope to collect. And he throws it out to ASM.
Oh, unlucky.
And ASM was aware there if he hadn't been
he was
defended.
off then, wasn't he?
He was off. You had blue skies in front of him. Still with Forest. He's dinked it into the middle. And it's a well-blocked shot by Shaw, I think, from Lingard. That was extremely dangerous. And then the return kick went straight out of the bar. That wouldn't have happened if ASM, mind you, there was a covering man for ASM there, like even he had got past him. But pretty lazy from Joe Linton, I think, there. Dan Burn came out to meet his man, didn't get anywhere near it. And it's a lovely bit of sliding defending work from Shaw there to protect Popey. That's why you need your good players to do nothing in the game and then they do something like that. And that saves the day, doesn't it? And ball's back in Forest half as we approach 40 minutes here. So let's see we get into the second half, into the half time here, and it's 0-0. How disappointed we're going to be?
Very. We should be 1, maybe even 2-0 up here.
Have we had that many clear chances, do you think?
Joe's definitely.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And Wilson, he should have done better with that header. He really should have.
Well, there's still 5 minutes to
Someone of
go.
his
Plus
caliber.
extras. It's with ASM on the wing. And again, still pretty static in front of the likes of ASM. Doesn't have a lot of options on. I think Miggy's on the ball here.
No, Bruno.
Is that Bruno? Sorry, it's Bruno. Yeah, we do need a striker and a winger. A winger would be ideal, I think. But it's again, though, if nobody's making any movements in front, then you're kind of relying on pinpoint crosses to get something. And I just would rather, especially with the likes of Bruno, who can find a pass from anywhere. I would like to see a lot more movement up front. People making darting runs, giving options, making space for other players. Anyways, down the line ball here from Trippier, and Miggy's done well to control that and keep it in. And he's found Willock, who's in the same place. Bit of a mix-up here. Willock's found Bruno in space, and he's fed through Miggy, who squares it, and it's touched by the keeper onto the post, and that's going to be a corner, I believe. And Miggy's down with a knackered arm or something.
Is that a corner? Has to be.
I think it must have been.
Yeah, it was off the keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely off the keeper. And to be honest with you, that was more of a cross. I don't think that was going in at all.
Yeah, I think he tried to square that, definitely.
He tried to square, yeah. And that could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
And that just shows the class of Bruno to pick that pass out and play Mickey into the box, wasn't it?
Superb.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, there's our millionth corner of the first half.
Miggy's back on. Looks all right. He's been getting some tattoos by those things. And it's going to be Trippier taking it from our right for its left. And then it goes by Trippier to Joe. He's under pressure. It's defended. And that's a balloon and pass, but it actually does find Trippier, whose first touch is horrific. What is going on with Trippier today? Is this just Keegan? Is this just rust? First game of the season?
I think he's got his steel caps on.
It's just not like him, is it?
He's really reliable with the ball at his feet. Yeah, he's got the touch of a baby elephant.
Yeah. And there's a lot of grabbing going on there. And it's well defended by Willock. Willock's been all right in the midfield, I think, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah. I think
it'd be interesting to see how Willock goes on through the games, because I noticed even towards the end of last season, when everyone's fitness picked up, he started to tail off big time on the hour.
This is Newcastle on the edge of the box here under a lot of pressure, and Jack Colback gets a free kick against him. I think Bruno went down pretty easily there.
Has he got his shirt over his head? Oh, no, he's just got red hair.
Just a reflection.
I was lucky, very, very lucky then.
Yeah, absolutely was. There's no replay of it yet, but I think Bruno went down pretty easy.
Oh, we were outnumbered 3-2.
Yeah, it was pretty risky.
Just getting a little bit ragged here at the moment.
Yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to half time. Come on.
And that's just a loose ball from Newcastle straight out for a Forest throw-in. 43 minutes. And it's with Forest here, back to the keeper. And they've just given the ball straight back to Newcastle. What can Bruno do with the ball here?
Oh, my God, that is delicious.
And it's a lovely through ball to the wing to Miggy, who squares it. And it's easily defended by Nick Haight. It just needs someone to run on the end of these things. But that ball from Bruno, good Lord.
So yeah, he's had a couple like that in this first half, hasn't he?
Oh, there's Trippier giving it away again. Oh, was that Trippier? No, yeah, it was Trippier, wasn't it? Was it? Yeah, it was Trippier, another stinker.
Jeez, he's pulling the strings at the moment.
Wilson's he's not getting the ball to his feet, is he?
I think Tony's right. Like, he hasn't done anything, but he hasn't had the service to do anything, though. That's what's been happening.
Like that ball there, easily defended. It was going to Wilson, but it was 2 or 3 defenders around it easily. Didn't get anywhere near Wilson.
So, like we said, that final pass is the one that's killing us at the moment.
How long we're running for half time? Or 2-3 minutes? Can't be much, really.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Well, unless it could be bloody 5 minutes if you count the time the keeper was wasting. Newcastle playing dangerously on the edge of the box here, but it's launched to safety. And Wilson's on the chase here, but 2 minutes extra time coming up.
Yep.
And I tell you what, Forest are just giving this ball away left, right, and centre.
I think they've realised that we're not actually posing that much threat in front of the goal, so they're just happy to sit back right now.
They've been sitting back since the start of the game, man. And anyway, the ball's with Trippier. Let's see if we can do something better with it. Lovely feed through to Miggy. Miggy's been all over the place again, and he wins must have come off him at the end there.
Must have come off his head. Yeah, must have got the last touch.
He's a weird looking bloke, that Forest manager. What's going on? What's going on with that face?
Like he's asleep.
Doesn't it?
To me, he looks like the type of bloke who was forced to take PE when he was a French teacher. One of those shit teachers forced to do another teacher's job.
Yeah, Madison would be nice, wouldn't he? So here's ASM. What can you do with the last 60 seconds here? Squared it to Wilson, Willock, who's down to Trippier, who crosses it straight into the hands of the keeper. Telegraphed that one, didn't he?
He did.
This beer is bloody awful.
What you got?
Brick Lane, Pale Ale.
All right.
Fucking awful. And Henderson with the ball, doing his best to run down the clock here. Doing it all game. And I think that should be that for half time.
Half time, I think.
Yeah. Round of applause from the crowd. I was thinking, oh, geez, they're not going to boo her. But that's half time. 0-0. Keegan, what didn't we do there? What do we need to do better?
We didn't score. That's what we didn't do. I think it's that last ball, I think, that's killing us at the moment.
We didn't score, but we've had everything else right.
I think so. I think defensively we've been fantastic. The midfield three, it looks like they shut down everything, especially in that first half. They look like they were everywhere, forcing them to kick long. And when they kick long, that was their turnover. We get the ball back and we come back again. But it's just that last pass that's costing us at the moment, I feel.
Yeah. Any concern at all for what Forest can do? There's been 1 or 2 occasions there where they've managed to. I'll ask you this one, Craig. There's been a few occasions there where Forest have getting behind us a little bit, especially right at the end there where Shaw with the block. Should we be feeling pretty confident about this second half, given that we've been basically pissing all over them this first half?
Yeah, they haven't really posed anything. Nothing that is forced popping any save. I think you only just caught that one quick glance and shot, but that was it. The first half is going to be, the second half is going to be very edgy. If we don't get a goal within the first, 10, 15 minutes, then maybe the crowd's going to start getting anxious. That'll feed then onto the players. And it'll be interesting to see what subs, how makes, and at what time as well. Because one thing he was maybe critical of last season was maybe leaving it too late to make subs. Hopefully he doesn't do it this time. You maybe get them on the hour mark. But it's again, who would you switch out? Because there's not really that much creativity on that bench.
Let's have a look.
Be the potential worry.
Let's have a look at the bench. Well, you've got Anderson. Now Anderson can do some nice runs, can't he? So if Bruno could maybe potentially feed Anderson, that might unlock a little bit of opportunity going forward. Because I've said it before already, but it seems very stale. There's not a lot of overlapping runs. There's nobody making space for anybody else. It's basically relying on the individual kind of genius almost to pick a man out. We've got to do better than that, haven't we?
Absolutely.
I think it's hard to get them overlaps when we're in possession a lot of the time and there's not that much space. It seems like Forest are putting a lot of numbers behind the ball. Like it's hard to get that space and time for overlap. That's why I sometimes think that we are a better counter-attacking team when we've got space and Bruno can put one into a pocket for ASM or someone like that to get on it. You know what I mean? Like it just looks like we're a bit toothless in possession when it comes to that final third. We don't have 2 or 3 Brunos to pass or unlock the defense.
So let's pretend that we're Eddie Howe and we've been to the gym. We're canny buffing that. It's half time. You've got a choice to make. You could make some subs if you think you want to change things up a little bit. Do you? I mean, Eddie Howe. Most managers don't make changes at half time, but let's just pretend that they do. What changes would you be looking at? Would you bring on Anderson perhaps for Joe Willock? Would that work?
That'd be the logical one, wouldn't it?
Because
I don't
you'd have to
think
wait till Joe runs out of steam, though, wouldn't you?
Willock's done anything wrong, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to wait for Willock to run out of puff, really, wouldn't you? Because he's probably been actually one of the better players so far.
I think it's more of a an attacking move to try and find that little key to unlock their defense. Like I think Bruno and Willock and Joelinton have been fantastic this first half defensively, but I think Willock and Joelinton are very similar offensively at the moment. Like they get into an attacking position, but they don't actually put fear into the defenders when they're running with the ball. I mean, Joe went past about 5 players with that shot he should have scored, and it was a very timid shot, wasn't it?
That's just big Joe all over, though, isn't it? Not so much the dink and run, but the shit finish. That's what
I mean. We need that cutting edge finish or final ball.
What about Miggy? Has he deserved his spot? He's been all over the place and he's getting in some dangerous positions and he's having quite a good bit of understanding with Kieran Trippier down the wing, isn't he? He's done all right, but do you think he's deserving of his spot so far from what you've seen, Craig?
I do. I can't see anybody else coming in on that right. Maybe Fraser. He's got the same type of intensity as Miggy, where he'll just keep on running and he'll chase everything down. Maybe he's that little bit of a better finisher. He can probably cross the ball a little bit more. But I think in terms of sheer tenacity, Miggy is probably the right player on the pitch right now. He can probably cross the ball a little bit more. But I think in terms of...
Getting reverb there. I mean, that was epitomised really by that chase down on there was did the ball bounce off him or something and it looped and he basically chased down the ball towards the keeper and the keeper sort of got his hands on it in the end, but that just really epitomised his effort and his endeavour, didn't it, from Miggy? And I mean, that was right through the middle, not down the wing, but nonetheless, he's one of those players who just does not stop running. But that's not new, though. That's always the case with Miggy. He never stops running. I'm just wondering if we're seeing any kind of additional quality from pre-season and these goals and so on in this game so far. Are we seeing any of that yet?
Not yet, because again, his passing hasn't been quite up to scratch. He's getting in the positions, but again, that one last pass from not just Miggy, but he has been susceptible himself in this game to unlocking that goal, getting that final bit of a creativity on there. Once we get our first goal, I think the floodgates will open because Forest will have to attack. They're not just going to sit back and defend a 1-0 loss. You wouldn't expect them to. That's not the type of team that is set up for. So if we can get our first one in, if it comes from Miggy, comes from ASM, comes from wherever, then there's a lot of slack passes out there, and I think Eddie will be drilling the new one in the changing rooms right now.
Well, Forest haven't really shown much of an attacking threat, have they? But they did get in behind us at one point, and our defenders really haven't had a great deal to do either, Keegan. But that was an absolutely essential block, wasn't it, from Fabian Shaw?
Yes.
I think he did absolutely nout to that point, but he was in the right place at the right time to block that shot from Lingard, wasn't
he? Yeah, well, he hasn't done anything because he never had to do anything. The midfield sort of cut out.
Yeah.
most of the stuff that was coming through. But I think just looking at this lineup, I wonder if with Miggy's goal scoring preseason form, I wonder if Fraser for Miggy might be a potential thing they sort of might pull the trigger on early. Maybe not early, but around the hour mark as well, to try and get a bit more quality ball into the box. I know Miggy's he scored a lot in preseason, but I think Fraser's very good with the sort of assists and stuff like that. So I wonder if that's something they could potentially look at early in the second half.
Yeah, I love Fraser, me. I think it would be a bit harsh to take Miggy off with all the effort that he's put in, though.
I think so, but yeah, it's just that quality, that last pass quality we seem like we're lacking at the moment. But I mean, just looking at the stats now, we've had 10 shots to 1 in that half, 64% possession to 36, 7 corner kicks to 0 as well. So I mean,
I'm surprised the possession's only 64%. To be honest with you, I mean
we've had 19 crosses as well to 4. I mean, 19. How many shots on target do you think we've got from these crosses? Though we haven't got many, have we?
Yeah, I was going to say how many of those shots were actually on target though, because they weren't. Probably. One of them went straight at the keeper. If those counts as shots.
Yeah, we're 5 on target, 5 off target. But I mean, with 19 crosses, I think we should be hopefully having a few more shots on target from them crosses. So that's what I'm thinking, is Fraser the one to maybe come on with a bit more quality into the box.
Well, maybe. What if you don't do that half time? What you're looking at, 60 minutes?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like
additional time, isn't it?
Yeah, defensively, well, I think we've been sound. Like they've had one shot for the half, and I know, and it was blocked by Shah anyway. So I think, especially like I said, a midfield 3 are really, really like playing really well defensively and shutting a lot of their stuff down. It's just that last sort of pass and finish. And I agree 100% with Craig. If we score first, I think that's going to invite them out a little bit more, and it should leave a bit more space for us to go forward as well.
Potentially. Yeah, Daniel Watson there saying utterly dominant, wants a bit toothless. Pretty much exactly what we're all saying, isn't it? Should be 3-0 up. But for some pretty poor finishing from Joe Linton in particular. What was it? 5 or so minutes before second half, is it? I'm going to take a short bathroom stop. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry. I've got to go to Lou. What can I tell you? Back in a bit.
See you in a few minutes.
Want to read the half-time scores?
Do you want me to do them, Craig?
I got on it.
All right, we've got obviously Fulham and we'll start it last night. Arsenal 1-2-0 at Crystal Palace. The early kickoff saw Fulham and Liverpool draw 2s each. Obviously, we're still 0-0 this game. Bournemouth are 1-0 up against Villa at halftime. Leeds and Wolves are 1-1. And Tottenham are 2-1 up over Southampton at halftime as well.
So we're the only great game without a goal so far. It's not for the one to try, and the effort has been there. Again, just that last bit of quality, which we're lacking. And I think if we don't score this game, let alone win it, there'll be a lot of disgruntled people on social media saying we need to get in the transfer market, it needs to be fixed now. We can't score against Forest. We're not going to score against anybody because they're the newbies of the Premier League, blah, blah, blah. If we don't get the 3 points from this game, do you think Twitter or any other form of social media might be a little bit toxic?
Oh, 100%. But it'll be the vocal minority where there is some people out there, unfortunately, that expect us to be a top 4 side already and spend the money like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, even Tottenham to an extent. And that's not us, and we're not there yet. We're not even a year into our journey, I suppose, if you want to call it that, where with Pep and Klopp, and they've been building their teams for years. And I think sometimes while it's great we have the owners that we do and we have the resources that we do. The reality of it is, I mean, our sleeve sponsor of our shirt is actually worth more than our kit supplier and our home sponsor. Our front of shirts, but like that's the reality we're living in at the moment. So until we can start generating the money commercially, what these other teams do, we won't be able to challenge with these teams. So it's going to be a build, but yeah, like I said, we have to understand where we are in the mountain. I guess that we're still in the first year of our journey compared to some of these other teams and stuff like that.
Yeah, 14 shots, 6 were on target. Apparently, they had 3 and none were on target. I'm surprised it was in 65% possession. Really am.
The Dex just going off your comment there. Liverpool just scraped a draw against Fulham, so does that mean Liverpool should avoid a relegation fight as well? We're only 45 minutes into a 38-game season. No time to panic just yet.
That's just Dex, man. So have you done the half-time scores yet?
Yeah, we went around the grounds. Yep.
Around the grounds. Nice. So we had predictions at the start of the game. So what do we think? Are we going to modify the predictions for the second half here? I had a 2-1. I can't really see that at the minute. I'll take a 1-0 though.
I said 3-1. To be honest, I can see your scoring, but I can't see them. So I'm going to go for 2-0 now.
Keegan?
I'll stick fat if I'm going to go down. At least Craig's going to come down with me at 2-0 now. So
you both are 2-0? These are both 2-0. I think it's, I think it's going to be 1-0.
To us?
Yeah. To us, 1-0 to us, yeah. I think I agree with Moy at 6 here. There's a lot of hysteria out there, isn't there? Because, you know,
100%. That's what we just spoke about.
You get told that you're the richest club in the world, and then everyone expects you to go and spend richest club in the world money.
But that's the thing, Lee. We're not the richest club in the world.
No, no, we're the richest owners in the world.
We're the richest owners in the world, but we're not actually the richest club. Like, we were not even in the top 10 of the Premier League, and we're probably not even in the top 10 richest clubs in the Premier League.
No. Depends how you look at it, I suppose. But
if you want it like commercial revenues, sponsorships, and all that sort of stuff, we wouldn't be in the top 10.
Absolutely. Well, the teams are back out on the pitch. Joe Linton praying to Jeebus there.
Pray he's got his shooting boots on.
Gotta hope so.
No sign of that yet.
Lee, have you got this? Have you got the sound up on your feed?
I have, mate. Yeah.
I've got mine turned down. What's the reception been like for Colback? Is he?
It's there's been
sort of nothing.
Yeah, there's been some boos. Yeah, just a few boos. Yeah. But he's not really beyond the ball that much, I don't think.
Yeah, it's been hard. Did we get in a halftime? Dimmy, no reception?
It looks like it didn't have any reception. We kind of hoped Dimmy would join us at halftime, but nothing doing. Probably just getting shit faced in the gantries. So Newcastle playing up the pitch, and Forest playing down the hill to the Gallagher end, which means that if we do score, Dimmy's going to be on the wrong side of the pitch.
Dimmy will be on the pitch if we score.
And we are underway. Second half, 45 minutes to come. No change in teams, I don't think. And
Still as it is.
And the ball is with Forest just now. We'll possibly just kicked it out. No, they didn't. And it's with Newcastle. And looks like the ref.
Lee, what do you think Eddie would have said at half time?
Probably just keep doing what you're doing. We're absolutely all over them. You might say something like, start doing the odd run or something so Bruno can pick you out. That's why he's here. That's kind of his main thing. He's brilliant at picking players out.
He's definitely taken that Shelby role today, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, someone has to. I do think we actually miss Shelby. I know people don't really agree, but I think we do actually miss Shelby to pick out those long switch of players, especially. And obviously Bruno, I know he's a defensive midfielder, I think, but he does tend to get forward a lot as well. Oh, that was
He does.
offside.
I noticed, especially that first half, Big Joe was really lurking in and around the box in possession, wasn't he?
He's been pushing right up, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But when you've got the ball as much as we've had in that first half, and Forest aren't really getting anywhere, then I suppose you probably have a little bit of a license just to push up a little bit, because
Yeah, you got no. They're not really offering anything coming forward, are they?
exactly right. Yeah, and I think Willock's been hanging back a bit anyway. So.
Can we get a for those of you who aren't able to watch a Tyndall Tan update? He's at about a 7, I reckon, at the moment.
He's been smashing the beds a bit too much.
No, I reckon this is natural at the moment. It's still summer. If he's locked out in January, then I think he's definitely.
Mate, it might be summer
definitely been in-
technically, but as Dimmy said, it's fucking freezing in Newcastle today. And he's from Victoria, for Christ's sake.
I think he was the only bloke to go to the club shop today buying a pair of tracky pants.
Balls with Joe Linton, who's done pretty well to ride his man, call back, but then just give the ball straight away, which is pretty poor. And here come Forest. Bit of space down the wing here. Squared in, but terrible ball from Forest, and we are bringing the ball out through Willock. And Willock's going to try and take this. Going to fly past Colback here.
Do you know? I think that last little passage of play was the difference between Shah and Lascelles, where that ball come in and Lascelles just would have hoofed that down the field, but Shah actually just laid it off for target. And
Shah can be a ball player, he likes the ball at his feet. The Lascelles definitely doesn't.
He's composed when he's got the ball, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a brilliant pass on him, Shah. Really good pass, and he's got a good shot on him as well.
Whereas
Lascelles can head the ball pretty well, but Lascelles just hasn't got that in him. He just hasn't got the clever pass.
He hasn't got the composure when he's got the ball.
No. There's a lovely throw from Trippier there, the danger area. It's all in Forest's half right now. And really, it looks to me like Forest is set up here just to try and get something out of this game now. And it's ridiculous to say that in 48 minutes, but just there, when the ball was coming forward to their forward man, he just took a little touch and he was happy to see that ball come back to us in our own half. No intention to get anywhere with it.
So they're letting us have the ball. They're like playing a half ground sort of press, aren't they?
Like I said, if they've done any kind of research, they'll know that we are absolutely terrible at breaking down teams who sit behind the ball. We just cannot do it. We never have been able to do it. And so far, that's looking spot on, isn't it? Well,
I reckon
Bruno midfield. If you like. Oh god, my stream just dropped again. Bloody hell.
Trippier's on the edge of the box. Feeds it to Maxi. Jinx and jives. Lifts it in. And cleared.
Didn't mind this dropping out when I wasn't paying for the damn thing.
Forest break, but Burn cuts it off, and we're back in possession and coming forward again.
Good. So sounds very much like the first half all over again.
Maxi, edge of the box, reverse pass to Miggy. Miggy cuts back in on his left.
Miggy.
And runs straight into all the traffic.
That was your put it in that was your moment there. So I'm back on. Cross.
Trippier feeds one in, and
same at the far post, and it's just beyond it. Goes out for throw.
Inches away there, inches.
We're told not a great cross. Wilson's whinging about something. Oh, he's complaining about a push.
He's been. I think he went down a little bit easily.
He's got an armour on the shoulder. He's getting bear hugged a bit there, isn't he?
But he's not actually. I don't think he's involved. He's not involved actively in the play. So I think.
No. So the ball's with Forest in their own half here. I'm hoping to see this game open up a little bit here because it's very much just Forest sitting back and letting us
Yeah,
failed
Daniel.
to-
I was thinking the exact same thing, Daniel. Especially last year,
His
he would
Forest
have
link
been
up into the
shooting
box.
or
It's a free header, and
taking them on.
Pope gets his gloves dirty.
Do you guys agree with Daniel there?
Yeah, absolutely. I picked him on in pre-season. He's definitely passing more when he thinks he could dribble past 2 or 3. It's good to see. It's an improvement that we've all wanted for a while.
I think he's actually overcorrected.
Could be trying too hard. Here's Wilson trying to make play, and he's won a corner.
Another one.
Leeds 1-1 Wolves. Is that new?
Yeah, no, it was 1-1 at halftime.
Okay. So it's a Newcastle corner. And can't yet see who's going to take it.
Oh, Bruno's going to his back heel position in front of the keeper.
Yeah. Target's going to take the corner, most of the things. Oh, sorry, is that Tribute?
No, Target.
Yeah. So it's Newcastle's right wing.
And Target will swing it in.
Northwest corner, northeast corner. In it
And
goes.
I think we should get another one here.
Went to the far post again, but well defended. And for another corner. And Shaw's down holding his head, but he does have a tendency to play act. Oh, God, don't do the concussion thing. Christ.
Oh, no, he's got a head to the face.
He has.
That's
Oh,
deserved.
he has. He's got a...
Not actually, it wasn't deserved. It was justified. Yeah.
He's got a backwards head, a defender's backwards head to the face. It's a beautiful, magnificent face of his.
Could this
And
be
he's
a
down.
call for Botman, or do you think Lascelles would get the call if he's got to go off?
I would imagine he'd bring on Lascelles just because he knows how to play in this league, but I'd like to see Botman.
I think everyone would, yeah. He's got that killer pass.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's a unit in mind, isn't he?
He's a massive specimen.
Did you see the club tweet out a picture of him from behind?
The big number 4.
All I can see is a big number 4. Yeah.
How good have the media team been the last?
They've been given a bit of
10
freedom, man.
months.
I mean, Jesus, they've had the shackles kind of taken off, haven't they?
They're not in
Charlotte's
social media jail anymore.
No, that one bloke who did the whole thing. Shaw's all right. Trippier's going to be taking the free kick, the corner kick, from our left, northwest corner. That's where I used to sit. It's not going to be a short one. It's going to go in the mix. You got Wilson on the line here in front of the keeper.
Mate.
Flat.
First man, straight up for a bloody throw. I'm too far behind again. Oh, Christ, I've knocked it.
Should there be a fine if you don't clear the first man on a corner?
Should be. Should be. I mean, it's especially for a bloke of his bloody caliber. He just it really hasn't been his game for his touches and his crosses. You know, I mean, look, it's the first game of the season, but you want better. Oh, your captain. That's a dive. Got a foul. Bruno. Where are we on the time? I've got 54, 55.
I've just kicked over to 55.
Bruno, a little dink to Matty Target, who chips over the line for a runner. He's got Wilson running, but the keeper's coming to cover and he kicks out for a throw-in. If we're quick, we can get the keeper out of position here. But bloody stream stopped.
Just noticed we've been talking about Lascelles. He's not even on the bench.
He was.
He's not now.
What?
If you have a look at BBC Sports website, he's not listed.
No, he was on the official Newcastle.
We've got Dubravka, Dummett, Botman, Ritchie, Wood, Fraser, Murphy, Anderson, and Longstaff. So one of you picked up an injury just before kickoff.
We've got a yellow, another bit of cheese here.
Someone pick it up because my stream's dropping out again.
Another yellow
Good call on
card
that, Daniel.
for...
Didn't see that one.
So what's that? Forest have picked up another yellow, have they?
Yep. Willock on the edge of the box. No one moving in the box. He's got Big Joe behind him, plays it into him. Comes more. Willock turns. Still not in the box. Big Joe crosses it in. Willock. Oh.
God damn.
Low shot. Saved by Henderson. Probably should have done a little bit better, I reckon, Craig.
I don't think his contact was very clean on the ball. I think he
No.
scuffed it a bit.
I think he hit it off his ankle.
Yeah. Yeah, he scuffed it slightly.
Yeah.
The turnover, Miggy. Edge of the box.
Good on
Plays
you.
in Willock. It blocked. Far out. Oh, no. Maxi. Sorry.
Maxi. Yeah. I
Blocked.
think Miggy should have took that shot there.
Miggy should have
corner.
scored. Miggy should have at least
And,
took a shot.
Wilson, I think someone else are going absolutely mental in the middle there. They'll cut that back, squared that. Just when we've been talking about him looking less greedy, if he had just squared that, we were in absolute acres. He's spinned, he's turned, he's crossed. It's defended with a mule kick. This is good pressure from Newcastle again.
Oh, what a goal!
Oh, Newcastle. Oh, don't tell me.
Get a fucking
It's go!
Get in.
What? It's a good
Come on!
season.
Get in!
What a hit.
Share
That was-
on the outside.
it was like
of
his
the
first
box,
goal,
in
wasn't
the
it?
Corner, the right-hand corner, and he just sweeps it into the far corner of the goal. Henderson
Did it.
absolutely nowhere near it.
Jimmy's on the pitch.
What a goal! What a goal! The goal we needed, the breakthrough we needed. It was a lovely dink and turn from ASM in the first place.
My
Terrible
God.
cross, truth be told. It's defended, the loops. It comes back to. Actually, it comes from shot to start with. He
That
just picks it up,
is
runs towards the corner,
delicious.
sweeps it with the right of his boot, and it just flies past Henderson into the back of the goal. What a finish from Shaw. I was just saying he had a hell of a shot on him. Didn't I just say that?
You know, that's a
That
carbon
is-
copy of his goal against Burnley from a few
It
years
was,
back.
the
wasn't
near
it? Yeah.
post. He's beaten the keeper at the near post. That's shocking from Henderson.
Top bins.
Carbon copy.
It's off the post, I think, as well. That's absolutely sensational.
Oh, look at the
He's
pets
got a
on Eddie.
rocket for a foot, hasn't he?
Right on 60 minutes, just when Eddie's probably thinking, I need to change something. What a goal.
Dynamic of the game, the
And
changes
this crowd
massively
is
now.
going mental. That was absolutely that was absolutely brilliant.
That was a rocket of a shot.
That's the one we needed, I think.
Now, lads,
It really was.
what does
Pull
this
them
do to the game now? What does that do for us? What do we need? What do we do now? Do we just
Keep
keep
the
pressing
pressure
as we
going.
are?
Turn the screw, I reckon.
Yeah,
Are we going to see Forest coming out like we thought?
Oh, they have to.
yeah. They've got to. They cannot not. They know they're going to be fighting tooth and nail every game to avoid relegation this season. You know, I can't see them doing a Brentford
well,
and being
responded.
comfortable.
They're making a sub here. Club record signing, whoever that is. And here's Newcastle still looking for a second goal here in first half. And that looked like Nick Haight, who started off well, is starting to look a little bit suspect. Went to clear near the corner, and I think he's given a corner away. Could be a throw-in, I'm not exactly sure.
So
Listen to the crowd, man. Listen to the
it's
crowd.
epic, isn't it? But Bobby's saying they're putting their new big striker on.
Yeah, so we're going to go for it, evidently.
Aye, which is only going to help us.
Is that Jim?
So Joe
Is
Willock
it-
chips it over. And
Corner.
safety from Lingard, I think. No, it wasn't. Some other guy. And it's a corner to Newcastle. The crowd is on their feet. 60 minutes. Newcastle 1-0. Need to update the score, actually.
Any sign of G's Hornkamp?
God, I hope not. Maybe he wants to see jizz all over the pitch. All right, here comes a free kick to Newcastle.
Corner.
It's gone long again. It's gone long and outwards, actually. Burn helps it forward. It falls to Maxi. He thought about hitting it the first time, but he's under pressure. He's dinking, he's turning. He chips it forward to Wilson and just
Good
being
idea.
held a little bit by the defender. Yeah, lovely bit of play from ASM there.
I think
Probably
Shah
overcooked
just
it
pulled
just a
out.
little bit.
He's been sort of stuck between shooting and crossing, hasn't he, Maxi?
Yeah, he's probably still got everyone's screaming, ringing in his ears after that last bit, you know. lost me fucking feeling. Oh god, this is doing my head in. Fucking Gladys. Gladys is a shite.
Come on, Mickey, do something with it.
Someone take over the commentary.
Miggy's played it in 6-yard box and Forest have intercepted and cleared it.
We are all over these. It's so good to see. I know it's Forest, a newly promoted team, but we are getting every loose ball.
But we're not sitting back thinking that's job done either, which is
no. We're looking for number
one
2.
for the jugular.
Oh,
here's squared it to here. Wilson and Akers, and Wilson could have probably took that on there.
Jeez, we're open up here.
And the Forest found the ball in absolute Akers in the middle here. We've got 4 back, so it should be all right. And Forest still have the ball spread out the other wing now. And it's whipped into the box. And it's fallen loose. And it's just headed over the bar, I think.
He's done the right thing and heading it down into the ground, but he's got too much of an angle on, if anything.
That's the guy who's coming off, apparently. Jesus Christ, that was a free header. Absolute free header.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trippier nowhere near it. Shaw's nowhere near it.
The Tottenham are 4-1 up against Southampton as well.
4-1?
4-1, yeah.
Jesus.
1-0 down.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
4-1, Jesus Christ.
Well, they've now got to come out and attack, so that's the only way he's going to get involved in the game, which hopefully is going to expose them on the counter.
Yeah. Would be nice to get another one, wouldn't it?
It would.
So
put
it's
a few nerves to the rest.
So
even though this is a different looking Newcastle team, I still don't want to protect a 1-0 win. It's Newcastle after all.
Fucking Trippier, man. So Pope plays it short to Trippier, and Trippier just launches it to the keeper, to Henderson. He just launched it. Absolutely nowhere near anybody.
He's not his best game, that's for sure.
He's not tuned into the game, is he? It's the first game of the season. I'm going to let him off, but Jesus, if he wants to get back in England, he's going to have to do a lot better than this. And the ball's loose there, but Newcastle's picked it up in the middle of Forest's half down the left wing. Played forward to Miggy, I think. Joe, nice bit of movement here, moving the defenders around. Miggy's crowded out, try to do a little bit too much, I think.
Oh, Bruno, please. Bruno, you naughty boy.
And Bruno skins his man just by lobbing over the top of his head. And Newcastle have won the ball away here, but we've won it back. We win this ball back far too easy here. Forest have got some issues if this is how they're going to be.
I think with what... Jay, please, find a replay.
Oh, Jay, get the hankies out.
If you remember Shaw's goal against Burnley a few years back where he put the keeper on his arse, carbon copy, mate, carbon copy.
Get the hankies out, stick the candles on, and go to town, mate. It was absolutely beautiful. That was 5 minutes behind the action as well. Here comes Newcastle against ASM on the wing. He's inside the box. What's he going to do? He's dinking. He's backheeled it to absolutely nobody. Unfortunately, I think Target just ran past it at that point. And it's back with Newcastle again. The Forest cannot get a hold of the ball here.
They can't get it in half.
Guimaraes has found Willock, who's done a beautiful pirouette. Still got the ball. Dinks it over. Wilson can't quite stretch to meet it. Almost pulled the hammy. Still with Newcastle on the right hand side now.
Lee, don't joke about that.
I tell you what, you'll be feeling it. And Forest are just so deep right now. They just cannot get out their own half. Beautiful around the corner from Newcastle. In the middle, where's Wilson when you need him? That was a beautiful ball from Willock, right in the centre. Keeper's on his line. Wilson just isn't near it. Wilson has to be a lot sharper than that. $52,235 in attendance. And one mad Greek. It's still in the Forest box. It's a bit of a pinball going on here at the minute, but the Forest cannot get the touch of the ball here. Here's ASM. What's he going to do? He's limped it in the middle and too easily defended there. And Joe is just mopping up all these loose bits, hasn't he? He's he's got nothing to do. He's just waltzing around with a free ball coming towards him and just mopping it up.
This game's made for him, really, isn't it?
That looked like a nasty touch from Forest. I don't know who went down. It's Bruno. Should be all right.
Do you think this first or 67 minutes is? Do we need more of a midfielder or a winger? Do you think?
Or forward?
Yeah.
Are you talking about in this game or in just for the team?
I just going forward, yeah. So I think our wing play hasn't been too bad. It's
just the final product on the wing is the issue, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Trippier with the ball into a dangerous area, and Dan Burns getting dragged down there. And unfortunately went out for a goal kick. Beautiful ball from Trippier this time. Almost went right for us there, but you don't want Dan Burn on the end that, do you?
Nah.
Not with his feet, anyway.
Not with his feet, no.
Long ball, turnover.
Yeah. So Forest finally had the ball in their half for literally a second. Give it straight back to Newcastle. Wilson's picked up the ball. He's squared it to Wilson, and it's just agonizingly in front of him, and Yasin gives away a free kick. Forest will be very happy about that. Sneeze again. And yeah, he's just caught napping a bit there. Lovely ball find Willock, but just shoot too far ahead.
Lingard's just giving Colback the VIP list for the big market after the game, it looks like.
He's like, Colback, stop being shit.
Yeah.
Get a proper haircut.
Yeah.
That's old school, isn't it? Just taking on bits of paper and bringing them onto the pitch so people can read it. Oh God, look at that guy's face.
Probably allowed to do that.
He looks more miserable than he did beforehand.
Not a bad shout from Tony T. Wilson has been a bit anonymous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watch him
I think they will bring on Wood. I just don't think they'll do it yet.
Yeah, Wood and Anderson would be my choice of a double sub, and I would probably take obviously Wilson off for Wood and maybe go for Willock. As again, he's already starting to tire, I think.
I don't know. I think he's having one of his better games, Willock.
Yeah.
Oh, he has. Really, but well. Again, he just lacks a full 90 minutes.
All right, but I mean, it is coming to 70 minutes in 60 seconds. But I'm not seeing any visible signs of him tiring just yet.
We're all over them, aren't we? It's not like we're getting overrun.
Yeah,
especially not through the midfield. I think our midfield's been dominant.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, while we're winning and while Forest can barely do a damn thing with it, lovely back heel from Joe there.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I think Eddie Howe will just keep this team going.
Mm-hmm.
Why change it when you're in front? And
if he is going to change it, I think Miggy Fraser might be probably the first change. Like we spoke about at half time, I think just to give that fresh legs on the wing.
I think it's through the middle where we're lacking. That I think the crosses haven't been too bad. I think it's getting somebody on that ball through the middle.
I don't think it's more. We don't need. We're 1-0 up. We don't need the quality at the moment.
Yeah, I think
we want that second goal though.
So throw into Newcastle midway in the Forest half, and Joe Linton actually robbed, which is a bit of a rarity. Whoever that guy is, the ears.
What about the wing nuts on that?
What about lugs on that fella? Jesus, you'll hear coming a mile away in, wouldn't you?
You probably hear us on the stream if we keep talking about him.
Yeah, be like, hey, who said that?
He's listening to the match on the radio at the same time.
And so Forest are in Newcastle's half here, and have won a throw in. And just happy to go backwards again for us, maintain possession. Newcastle have reset the midfield. And Colback, has he done much today, Colback? I think when he's been near the ball, he's been all right.
there's not been any standout figure for them, but I wouldn't say he's done much wrong, but he certainly hasn't done much right either.
Well, Forest are still with the ball. They're this is probably their best spell this whole half. And Newcastle are behind the ball here. And Williams from the wings stepped inside and then went backwards again. And now it's down Newcastle's right. Overlap. And a good bit of cover and defending there from Miggy. Forest get the first corner of the game, I think.
Yep.
I think it is,
72
Sure is.
minutes.
11. We've had 11.
I think we've just kind of went off the ball the last 5 minutes there. Almost letting Forest, come at us a bit.
Are they going to bring anyone up for this corner? Oh, look at him.
Must be feeling a bit tired.
Did you just say that?
Yeah. What the hell was that like?
It was like a blitz.
It was like just a rugby team coming out on the pitch at the start of the game, wasn't it? Just like it was like 5 or 6 lads, Forest lads, just ran from halfway line straight through the middle as the corner was getting taken. Obviously, something they've done on the training pitch. And Nick Pope just went, cheers. Did absolutely no for them.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Nah, it'll be one of those lower league kind of blitzkrieg kind of weird ideas,
They found that on YouTube or something, haven't they?
It's like everyone said the last orders. Bruno, that was awful. Bruno tried to play him, Wilson. Forest have a man down.
Keep playing.
Keep playing.
Ref stopped it.
I think Joe's looking for a drink.
I don't understand if the ref doesn't have to stop it unless it's a head injury, or you can see his legs pointing at a 90-degree angle. Then I don't see why he should stop it.
It's targets with studs down the shins there. Newcastle kicked the ball out. 73 minutes. Game has stopped while Forest fella's getting his magic sponge on the old leg there.
Can we get a replay of this goal or what? Here we go.
Oh, here we go. So ESM pivots, whips it, doesn't do anything really, loops up off the defender.
Shaw
runs back to get the ball. He's probably like 25 yards out, picks up the ball, nobody around him, just runs to the edge of the box and blasts it into the top corner with his right foot.
Jeez. He's hit that with bad intentions, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He knew exactly what he was doing the second that left his foot.
It's not a bloody cross, man. And the keeper's beaten at the near post as well, which is obviously not great for him.
Hey, how good is it when we score and you see the stewards and all that clapping as well, like in the stands?
Stewards are all like, hey, man, settle down. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh. It's the most fastest job. Forced to make another sub.
Would you think it's time for us to start hiring one on?
I think we're starting to look a bit tired. So, yeah, I know we were saying before I wouldn't change if we didn't have to. Oh, there comes Pug. But I think we are starting to look a little leggy at times here. So I probably would do something. But what do? Do you put on an attacking player and try and get the second goal? Or do you sort of like just show up the midfield maybe, if we have that option, and just control the game and see it out?
I'd go for the second goal. Show intent.
And what would you? So you bring on Anderson? Would you? You were saying before that you bring on Anderson instead of Willock or Wilson? Would you dare take
Anderson for Willock?
Yeah. Wilson for Wood.
Aye. Double sub right in the next minute or two. Be good.
Do you think? Just thinking out loud here. Do you think Eddie could ask for a shirt size smaller than what he actually is, just to really get his summer physique out?
Look at me, I'm dead buffers out.
Yeah, like I want everyone to see the work I've put in over the summer.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Either that or Castor just fucked up the sizes again.
You probably got Charles Small. By the way,
he's got a shirt with terrible. He's got JT on the breast.
Anyway. But you shut up. Yeah,
we have. I think we have dropped a little bit deeper. It looks like.
Oh, we absolutely have. I think
while Forest are in possession,
we've got the ball, and I think probably the pace of the whole game to now is starting to catch up with us a little bit. First game of the season, it's only natural. It's a lovely over the top ball to Willock. He's being pressured by Colback right in front of the linesman, so nothing bad going there. Finds Bruno. Amron rather.
Oh,
Bruno finds Miggy. Miggy's in the box, squares it straight into the bollocks of the keeper. That had to be lofted or something. There's no point just kicking it like that. Does all the hard work and then just
he might as well shoot from there.
I think that's what he's tried. Yeah, he's went for goal.
Jeez, that was a piss poor effort.
look at Wilson finding the space there. I would have put the game to bed. And Forest, from that resulting goal kick, have got to throw in midway through Newcastle's half on the Newcastle
Double
left.
change coming on here.
Here we go. Fraser and Sean Longstaff. which
Graham
nobody
Jones
wanted.
give him like a father sort of father figure hug to Fraser before he come on. So what do we think? Willock and Miggy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Miggy's been pretty quiet, actually.
Yes.
Bruno looks up, dinks the ball over to ASM. I think ASM's starting to run out of puff as well. It's just a little bit too long. ASM doesn't have the legs.
Oh, Big Joe turned over. Bruno.
And D. ASM.
Reverse
On the edge of the box.
Where's
Is
it
it?
up?
Oh, yeah! Get in. 2-0. Callum Wilson. Come on.
Oh, leave.
Oh, just got back in time. Get in.
Get in.
2-0 Newcastle. 77
Cracking finish, that though. Cracking finish.
Well, what
didn't
about
see the build up, didn't see the proper finish to it. Let's have a look at it again. It's going to be 3 points to Newcastle.
oh, look at that. Gets a foot in.
Big job to close down.
Turned over again.
It's down the wing. Joe Linton breaks up the play. Comes to ASM. He's on the edge of the box. He's thinking, what am I going to do here? Pulls it back to Bruno, I think. And then it comes back out to the wing to ASM. He's square.
Oh,
he's
that's
placed
a
down like
great
Joe Linton.
finish.
Joe Linton cuts it back. And Wilson just gets his foot in front of the defender. It's
the
just
outside of the
looped off his foot.
That is a great finish.
Technically,
it's
that's better than
what's
Shaw's.
happening there is bobbling from Joe Linton's pass. And all Wilson has to do is just guide that ball with it looks like the inside of his foot almost under
That's
pressure
the
from
outside,
the
outside of his right foot.
inside
And
of
he's
his right
actually
foot. And it goes
Looped it
right
over
over
the
the top
keeper
of
into the far
Henderson.
post.
It's a fantastic finish. It is 2-0 Newcastle. Our striker was off the mark. Newcastle are heading for 3 points, lads. How good is that?
Oh, yes. Get in. Oh, superb.
And Bournemouth have just scored against Villa as well. They're 2-0 up.
Woohoo.
Better off to a flyer.
Leeds have scored again. They're 2-1 up as well against Wolves.
Wow. That's absolutely brilliant.
Did
Must
they
be
make
scored.
them subs after the goal? I didn't see.
Newcastle.
Well, we had Longstaff and Fraser ready to come on.
I don't think we made the subs yet.
No, I
Tell you
don't
what,
think they
Demi's going to be bouncing, isn't he?
Here come the
Here they
subs now.
come.
Up the Premier League we go. Wilson's going off. Looks cooked.
Wilson.
Willock,
No.
sorry. That's it.
Willock.
I've done that about 1,000 times through this game. On comes Longy.
Miggy.
Happy.
Could have had a goal. Could have set up 2 as well.
They both put in a good shift though.
They have, yeah.
Miggy going off with a big smile on his face. Done well, hasn't he?
He has.
He'd be 3-0 down. He walk up with a smile on his face.
So what, with added time, we're looking at what, maybe 13, 14
15?
minutes left here?
15, I reckon.
Can we get a third?
Do we go for a third?
Yeah.
We have to get the points on the board, man. Get the goal difference. And also, like Craig said earlier on, it's just a sign of intent, isn't it?
Well, I think like
you don't
last
sit
year,
back when you've got them on the ropes like this.
especially pre-Eddie, we'd scored early. We'd sit back, wouldn't we? We'd be 11 blokes on the edge of our box. I think we've been probably more attacking since we scored.
Yeah. And that's the way you do it sometimes. The best form of defense is attack, isn't it? So,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, Joe Linton's been very good at breaking up play, in particular, in the middle there. Nothing's got past him, really. Forward ball from Forest here, but Pope just hawks it into the east stand. 2-0, lads. Who had 2-0?
I'm with Bobby.
I think Mark
Bobby.
did.
What,
You
2-0?
as well, Keegan, eh?
Absolutely. Sandbag, I don't want any more goals.
All right, man. Put your lip away. And here come Newcastle again on the halfway line. Beautiful ball for Longy. That's pretty much Longy's first touch of the ball. He was trying to find Joe on the overlap, but went straight through to Henderson. Yeah, needs more of a touch of the ball before he gets that one right, I think. 82 minutes, 2-0 Newcastle United.
If the score stays the same, I might give myself a sticker, I reckon.
Hey, get them stickers a plug. Let's have a look at them stickers. Have you got them handy?
Oh, no, I haven't got them. No, they're inside.
Speaking of which,
What about-
check out the old.
Did you give the shirt a plug? Yeah.
Check this bad boy out. Oh, aye. Get that. Check one hand. Where am I? Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Other one. Yeah, the other one. I'm going to run the gauntlet. Hang on.
Looks like Forest made their last sub, I think. And they have the ball halfway line. 2-0 down. They really haven't done anything to deserve anything out of this game, really. It's a long punt forward by the keeper, straight through to Nick Pope, who says thank you very much. Do you think Lingard has shown people what they're missing, Craig?
Not really.
Because I think I know what I'm missing, and it's absolutely not. He's been anonymous in this game.
He's been just a shadow.
That was a rough tackle on Longy there.
It was.
Called back, cutting down Longy. It was so bad.
We're going to keep this with a clean sheet now.
Aye. That'd be nice.
I'll tell you one thing is good to see as well, that the lads didn't just crumble under the pressure of being 0-0 at half time.
Yeah.
They stuck with it, had a game plan, and it's paid off. Rather than just going, you know what, today is not going to be our day. Let's just get a point.
Look at them
How glorious are those?
If anybody's going to be down at the Australia meet,
Sydney.
we'll be down there giving out some stickers. You lucky buggers. Stick them where you like.
These ones as well.
Nice.
Beautiful. Oh,
Here comes ASM on the edge of the box. He's thinking he's going to take a shot. It's absolutely terrible. Pulls it past the near post. No danger from that whatsoever. But Newcastle still looking for another goal here. I don't think Fraser's touched the ball yet. And Newcastle have got the ball now. All the way back to Nick Pope. Popey. And this is pretty much walking pace at the minute. Forest have given up, I think.
Yeah, I think they've accepted the inevitable and they're just waiting for that final whistle. You never know, if they get one half chance, they can convert it, then squeaky bum time for us. But hopefully that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? 2-0, you think you're safe, but one goal turns the game around usually.
Oh,
Really
they're
does.
opened up. Go on.
That's a lovely ball from Joe Linton's released to SM in the middle of the park. He's got nobody in front. He's got free space. He's got a man on the wing. He's found them.
So close.
It's crossed through. And oh my word, Wilson almost had an open goal there, but albeit a tight angle. But he's just hit the side of the net. Forest are on the ropes here. We've got to punish them for this. Oh. Lovely ball across the box there.
You might have went a bit early, Dex, I reckon.
Maybe.
You're not the only bloke to go early, mate. Don't worry about it.
Although, there again, we're only playing Forest here. It's not like we're playing City. So, you know.
Yeah, they'll still thump with 5-0. Not bothered about them.
That's never a free kick. Piss off, man. So, Forest have won a free kick just on the corner of our box. Actually, on replay, it does look pretty terrible. The guy kicks the ball forward and Target sticks his leg right out, and the guy goes, "Thank you," falls over it. So this is actually a pretty dangerous position here. It's a free kick on the corner of Newcastle's left-hand side of the box. We need to get this job done here. We need to get rid of this ball. Do not want to concede a goal.
No.
On 86 minutes. Forest have made a bunch of changes. Newcastle have done 2, but let's see what happens here. So the ball goes in. It's a long one. It's deep. It's pretty well defended. It's with Newcastle, and Newcastle through Bruno keep it under control.
Oh,
And beautiful touch from Wilson.
Oh,
And he's tried to release Fraser, I think. He's on the chase here, and the defenders blocked him off pretty successfully. And to be honest with you, that should have been the other way around. That should have been Wilson feeding Fraser.
Fraser feeding Wilson.
Yeah. But they're completely wrong positions. Forest lads are just standing around like statues here. Here they go. Got the ball returned. Lingard's running forward with it. It's out wide. Dangerous this. It's in the box.
how far had a shot on goal or even shot on target?
Does that one count? That was meant to be a dink to the far post and it went straight into Pope's hands. Let's have a look at this replay here. So here's Wilson.
Cracking touch.
Beautiful first touch. Takes his man out of the game. Second touch is glorious. Ball's under control. He looks up. He crosses through to Fraser and Fraser gets blocked off, unfortunately. Reverse pass from ASM to Joe on the wing here in Forest's half. And I think Newcastle are just happy to have the ball here.
Milking the clock.
Just going back, around, getting some more layers now. Olé. Chris Wood and Jacob Murphy coming on, apparently. So that'll be Wilson coming off, is it? And
You'd think.
ASM.
ASM, yeah. That's a
Oh,
beautiful
kind of
ball,
upset.
isn't it?
Kind of upset they're not bringing Anderson on.
Yeah.
Anderson, yeah, that would be nice to see.
He hasn't had a first team game yet, has he?
No, just pre-season.
Yeah. Jeez, look at that.
Chris Wood wearing a shirt underneath. I thought he was a tough Kiwi. Funny.
Fucking
Not
New
that
Zealand's
cold over
freezing.
Something's
Yeah.
gone off.
He's been a bit rough, hasn't he, Bobby? Trippier, his passing hasn't been the best. Off goes Wilson with his goal. It's Newcastle's second. A very, very clever touch on the outside of his right foot to dink over the left-hand side of the keeper somehow. I don't know how he managed it, but it was a beautiful touch.
That was a sensational finish.
Yeah, very, very good. As much as anything else, to lob the keeper and still go down and into the net. You know, like you touch that, it goes flying over the top pretty much 9 times out of 10.
You know, Dex, if Murphy does hit the post, that's it. I'm done with him. I'm finished with him. Couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo, that lad.
Right, Newcastle down the... Oh, just chucked the ball straight up there, actually. It's a shame. 89 minutes. Soon find out how much extra time. Could be a fair bit, actually. There's been a few subs, if nothing else. I reckon about 4 minutes, probably.
I could be.
I'm going for 5. 2 goals, a few subs.
Tell you what, though, lads, we're above Liverpool in the table.
It's in.
Wouldn't mind that come game 38.
Oh,
Balls through to Murphy. Murphy gets a shove and a tumble from the defender, but nothing doing by the ref. And Newcastle winner. 3 minutes extra time from the ref.
Oh, that could be, you know.
that's a foul.
That's a bloody foul.
Why didn't that go to VAR?
Yeah, the tracking back defender there is basically cocked up trying to get the ball, and he's took Murphy's foot away. And he's lucky that's not in the box because that would have been VAR'd and that would have been a penalty. Here's Joe. Look at him dancing around with the ball. Beautiful from Joe Linton. That edge of Forest box. Bruno's trying to make something happen. Jack Colback robs him. Jack Colback's been all right on Bruno today, I think, when he's been one-on-one. And Joe Linton.
The bloke was going to square the big Joe then he realised who he was squaring up to.
Fuck me.
He's like a bully out there, isn't he?
He is. Considering it's not his natural position, it's unreal.
Shit, how shady.
3 minutes of injury time.
Yeah, thought we'd more than that.
So
Already a minute gone.
Newcastle lost the ball here a little bit in the Newcastle's half. Forest trying to make something happen here. Back to the halfway line. And switch play to the right or left. Newcastle have everyone back. You'd think this will be defended. 91st, 92nd minute. Forest really just keeping the ball out. Beautiful bit of defending there on the edge of the box. And Chris Woods just giving away a free kick when really that wasn't necessary, I don't think.
Oh, here we go.
Second minute. Oh, here comes Botman.
I might readjust my Tyndall meter back down to a 6, I reckon.
Yeah. I think
It doesn't look as dark there. Yeah.
Bruno's coming off for
Botman.
a cameo for Botman to get the applause, I assume, as much as anything else.
Well deserved. You had a scrappy opening, 30 minutes or so, but then grew into the game?
I'm not sure.
Roll.
I think
big roll for Botman, a little grin on his face. I think you heard that one. Trying to look cool. So here comes a free kick from Lingard, I think. It's over the top. Pope comes out to get it. He's nowhere near it. Fortunately, we get rid of it up to the halfway line. But that was not that confidence building from Nick Pope there. Got to do better than that.
I think they're not used to that keeper coming out for that, are they?
No, this is 90. Well, yeah, we need communication though. That's 93 minutes or up. Ball is with Newcastle in their own corner, and very carefully, casually, comfortably maintain possession. Take Forest out of the game, and full time must be just around the corner.
Jeez, Botman's just getting his passing accuracy up.
Lots of all at the end of the game.
Come on.
Yes.
That's it, full time.
Yes, get in.
Newcastle win.
Already.
2-0. First game of the season, not the fucking 15th. First game of the season. Newcastle with 3 points on the board, and by Christ, did we not earn them? We were absolutely brilliant.
Get in.
Dominated the game. Deserved the win. Forest, surprisingly, with very little to offer. And Newcastle take all 3 points and sit above Liverpool, apparently, according to Craggy Boy.
We are. Well, Liverpool drew earlier on.
Keegan, sum up that second half.
Good. Really good.
Good. That it was it.
No, that was a dominant performance. Which
Dominant
I think
performance. Yeah, absolutely.
the first game of the season, they're always banana skins potentially, are they? Like we've seen that with Liverpool and Fulham and stuff like that. But we dominated that game from start to finish.
Absolutely. Craig, yeah, first game of the season, first 3 points of the season, no 14-game wait. Pretty much Newcastle's game to lose, really, from the first kick, wasn't it?
It was. We were dominant in every tackle. We were first to every loose ball. We were comfortably in control from, like you said, the first kick right to the last. Perfect first opening game, if you ask me. Can't remember the last time we played that well on an opening game.
Well, yeah, God knows. It's nice to see us take it to them, even after we get that first goal. And that first goal came at a time when it was the crucial time to get that goal, wasn't it? I mean,
it was
from an unlikely source of Fabian Shaw, but that goal was absolutely essential for this win. I'm not stating the bleeding obvious, but it was getting to that point where if it had gone any longer, you might start to get a bit of nerves from the crowd, as it sometimes can be. Sometimes you can do something that you're not meant to do and let a goal in at the back, and then you're chasing the game. Just watching this goal again from Shaw, absolutely sensational goal. What Henderson's doing out of position there, though. He's off his line, that's the problem. He's well off his line, not expecting it.
Look at them pecs.
Look at Eddie Harman lifting the kegs. And then that touch from Wilson is something else. That's elite. That's an elite touch. Absolutely sensational touch. But that goal Keegan came at exactly the right time, didn't it? I think any longer and we were starting to get a bit worried.
I think, yeah, definitely starting to get a bit twitchy. We had all the possession and nothing to show for it. But, yeah, the perfect timing, great finish. And we're just looking at some of the stats now. 62% possession, 23 shots to 5. Like, 469 passes, 11 corners. It's a domination, isn't it?
Absolute domination, yeah. 23 shots to their 5, 10 shots on target to their 0. Yeah, lots. We best them in the passes, in the successful passes. 11 corners to 1 corners, 9 fouls to 14. At least they beat us on that one. And 2 offsides to 0. Actually, funny enough, there wasn't a great deal of offside action there, was there? Considering
there
how
wasn't.
much we
It's hard to be
had on the ball.
offside when they're so deep,
So
though.
deep.
I think that's
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. And Craig, that second goal by Wilson. How the hell did he manage to score that goal?
How did Joel
I
miss that?
Yeah, it was. If anything, you think he'd be going for the near corner for that type of touch, but to get it, it's almost you just let the ball just roll over his foot, and it's scooped over the keeper. And I don't know how he's managed to do it. It was just a phenomenal finish, but he clearly meant it. But yeah, it's just a sublime goal. And when you watch it on Match of the Day or wherever you want to watch it, you'll be thinking that is absolutely superb. And it makes Shaw's goal look just average because there was so much quality in that. And how do you describe a goal like it? I mean, I don't know. Can somebody help me with that?
I don't think you appreciate it
as well.
I don't think you appreciated it live. I think once you've seen the replay and the different angles, then it was better than what you thought it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where you have to watch it a few times just to work out how on earth he's done it. On the inside of his foot, though. So the inside of his foot, and
it's
it
like
goes
rolled across it, and
over the top of the keeper
in the far corner.
I mean, it is bouncing from Joe Linton, so there obviously is already a bit of that kind of momentum from the ball from Joe Linton. But holy shit, that was a hell of a goal. Let's have a look at some of the other scores around the grounds. They've all finished. Bournemouth beat Villa 2-0. Unlucky. Leeds off to a flyer 2-1 against Wolves. Newcastle obviously 2-0. And Spurs have thumped Southampton 4-1 after initially going down 1-0. And then the late kickoff is Everton at home against Chelsea. Some interesting scores there, isn't there?
Imagine Dimmy right now.
Dimmy will be absolutely bouncing. Oh, boy, Dimmy.
He'll be buzzing, absolutely buzzing.
I'm going to share the table. I mean, one game in, but let's have a look. Newcastle in the Champions League positions. Away! Get in. Get in. Newcastle there, flying high 4th. Let's just end the season right now, please. I used to love when Bobby Robson used to say that. You go, can we just finish the season right now, please? We're in a good position, you know. Spurs top on account of those 3 goals. And have
you guys still got the stream on?
Yep.
We've had 43% possession in their third.
41 possession midfield, 43% possession in Nottingham Forest third. That is as dominant as it gets, doesn't it? That's like a City against us kind of game, you know.
Here's another good stat as well. I've just worked out. Little over 81% completed passes.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, and some of those, and probably the percentage that didn't make it would all be Kieran Trippier, because his crosses were and his passes were absolutely lifting.
Aye,
we're just going to put that down to
the
first game Gremlins. Are we just going to put that down to that? Are we?
Aye, he's got too much quality for it to ruin the next game or the one after all his season. To be honest, quality is permanent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just put that down to first game Gremlins because he's obviously a lot better than on that shown. All right, I think if we don't have any other comments or questions, I think we will leave that there, lads.
Man of the match?
Man of the match, good point. Yeah, man of the match. Just think, I know Bobby's already nominated Joe Linton, but that's hardly much of a surprise because he absolutely loves the bloke. I'll let one of you go first because I'm still thinking about it. Craig, have you got a man to pick?
I'm going to go with Big Joe. He was just dominant. He should have had a goal. But yeah, Big Joe definitely for me. Absolutely.
He was absolutely brilliant in the middle, wasn't he? Just broke up the play, Played well on the wing, actually, up front.
He did.
He was making some nice triangles with Bruno and the like in the SM and so on. Keegan, who are you picking?
Nah, it kills me to agree with a Richmond supporter, but I think Big Joe as well.
All right. Yeah. I think we might have to make that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Bruno. As good as Joe Linton was at breaking up the play and making sure we got the ball back, Bruno pretty much controlled that whole game. He pulled the strings that whole game, and I thought he was pretty good on the whole. He did some 1 or 2 sloppy bits and bobs, but he's also very, very good at winning free kicks to relieve the pressure on the attacking team. You know, he's got that kind of like I'll fall over at the slightest touch sort of thing going on. So I'm going to say Bruno for his overall effort, but Joe Linton a very close second. He was very, very good. All right. That will do for us. Thank you to everybody who's joined us for this watch along. It is 2 a.m. in the morning, Sunday morning in Australia. It is well past our bedtimes. We are absolutely cream crackered. So we're going to head off now. Thank you for joining us. We will let you know when we do the next watch along, which hopefully won't be too far in the future. I'm not sure when it is exactly. But thank you for joining us. If you like what you've seen and heard, please give us a like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you for the next one. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, lads.
See you, boys.